ashy knuckle ass.
You seen what I just did? I just had to use some dish soap, nigga, because you ain't had no soap in there for me.
Niggas don't usually shit in that bathroom.
I feel that.
There's a bathroom in both stay upstairs bedrooms, nigga.
I know. I ain't mad. I respect it, nigga.
Alright, let's get it. I'm about to start
Saying that shit, bro. Go ahead, bro.
New, always talking shit show.
Yeah.
What's good? What's good?
It's your boy Talkin.
It's your boy Akeem Magic.
Got
Special
a
guest
in the building.
Yo.
Fly Kid.
Fly Kid YOLO in the building.
What's poppin'?
Stop you,
It's another episode of the Always Talking Shit Show. I did the clapping earlier.
You know what? Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's all good because y'all know what we've been through, man. We on the comeback, man. Shit is gonna be tweaked and.
I'm just done being the audio
good.
guy.
We're good.
Intern.
So what's up with y'all, man? How's everybody week going so far? It's definitely a lot to get into.
It's fucking Monday.
There's definitely a lot to get into on this Monday.
It's been better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was Pro Bowl weekend? Let's talk about it.
Shit.
Let's talk about it.
What happened this weekend? What I missed? I was asleep.
Fam, I don't have no evidence that the Pro Bowl was here.
No, right.
Other than seeing the shit on TV.
Right. Like,
other than seeing the shit on TV, nigga. Like,
you know what it is? It's because the Pro Bowl ain't.
But it used to be, nothing, I guess, bro.
Even Dion had said something. He's like, nigga, the Pro Bowl used to be
the shit.
That shit. It's their All-Star game.
Dog, that's what I'm saying. It's the All-Star weekend.
I ain't never seen an NBA All-Star weekend look like that.
You remember Vegas?
Nowhere.
You remember?
Oh, nigga.
Boy.
Yeah, Cleveland is about to go up.
Oh yeah, Cleveland's off.
That's the thing about NBA All-Star, nigga. You can have that shit in Jerusalem, nigga. It's going up.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck where you having it, nigga. Bethlehem, nigga. It's going up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I just definitely thought that to myself. Like, when I went to go link with him, bro, I was thinking to myself, like, damn, it's not a lot of people here.
Not a lot.
Like, it's just not a lot of traffic that I thought I would see. Like, fam, I done seen AAU Nationals bring in more.
Nigga, volleyball tournament.
That's what I'm saying. I just seen a whole bunch of high school kids hooping, nigga, bring in way more traffic than this, fam.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all sure
it's not the Super Bowl?
Like, I forgot.
And niggas don't give, because nigga, you could have got tickets for. They weren't that expensive to get tickets to the fucking Pro Bowl, nigga.
You know what I think it is? That's just me.
50-yard line tickets was like.
Fam, I think that like
$500.
I think people are really buying into that whole like. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying cats don't want to go to football games, but
niggas ain't going. I don't think niggas is going to football games in Vegas like that.
Fam,
because have you looked at a fucking Las Vegas Raiders football ticket?
Can't say that.
Them shits is dumb.
Are they?
Yeah, nigga. It's like
I thought I heard that they had some cheap ones like during the season.
It's like, you know, every artist that comes to Vegas and does a show, it's 3 times more than their ticket price anywhere else because it's Vegas.
See, I guess I got to get used to that. Like,
yeah.
that is true. I guess.
Because here's how I figured it out.
You know
Bruno Mars here. One year I wanted to see Bruno Mars.
When I was a kid and left here, nigga, Vegas wasn't even getting shows like that.
He was here on the weekend I was going to be here. His tickets were $400 a piece for not good seats.
Bruno?
A week later.
Hey, we were just talking about Bruno.
A week later in SAC.
Bruno getting that bag.
A week later in SAC, $125 for the same seats.
Damn.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Damn, yeah.
Every artist does it. When they come to Vegas, they charge the fuck out.
Well, it's one of those markets. It's probably like that in Miami. It's probably like that in the, you know.
It's not. Vegas is a very weird market, nigga. Because even in LA, shows are not that expensive. And LA is bigger than Vegas. LA is a entertainment capital. LA is a New York.
Hey, hold on, relax. Niggas in Vegas will gag you over that, nigga.
You know, but you know what the fuck I'm saying,
nigga. This is the entertainment capital.
But where's Hollywood?
What about Hollywood?
In LA, right?
Okay, where's a lot of rappers come from, nigga? LA, New York, Miami, Texas.
No.
All them spots.
Nigga, that ain't where majority of the rappers come from.
Atlanta, all them spots, they're not charging as much for their tickets.
A lot of
as they
people
do
live
when they
there.
come here.
Like, I don't want to split apples and oranges. Let me not like.
You really are.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to do that. I don't know why that just brung that out of me right
Vegas,
now. Pause. Like I'm just like nigga.
everybody comes to Vegas.
Like,
okay,
no.
because think about it. All right, let's look at motherfucking Lil Baby performs at Dre's. How much is that table?
I don't know. D, how much is that table? What you guessing?
The lowest probably. I mean, the cheapest one would probably be like if Little Baby comes, they finna be trying to sell those tables for the high.
All right, let's be real. You're basically paying for a ticket to watch him perform.
Yep.
That is basically what you're
This is
paying
where they win.
for.
This is where clubs like this win.
Right. And
that's not even a concert. That's a soft spot.
No, but if
if the crowd's popping and he feeling himself, he might give you a little extra.
Let's talk to our nigga right here who travels bees and clubs and shit like that and enjoys life and shit. What do you think the Baby in Atlanta is gonna cost you if you see him at a club like that?
The regular. You know what I'm saying?
And if you get a table, is that table gonna be fucking $3,000-$4,000? That table gonna cost you about $6,000 to $8,000.
Shit, probably the low, like, cause in Atlanta, my table always been the same, no matter who come to the club. Basically, when I'm dealing with
Atlanta,
my promoter out there,
music mecca area, niggas,
you know?
niggas has got Coliseum shows doing there. Go to New York, you're gonna see the same shit.
No, you proving my point. Like that's why the number is up.
Miami,
because we're in the entertainment capital.
How many times? You probably seen famous niggas in the club perform. What's the ticket like compared to here? And Miami's supposed to be that party.
We're arguing with the same thing.
Miami
I'm saying that this is an entertainment capital.
Yeah.
That's why nigga this shit costs more.
Right.
And I don't want to say it's not more international.
It's not.
That's what I don't understand about it.
Like, it's not more international than New York.
It's not more international than any
at
place.
all. LA is more international.
So I'm just saying, like, I don't understand why that is, other than the fact that
because they figure there's a lot of rich motherfuckers living here.
But let's be real. You know why that is?
Oh, because of the strip too.
No. We being too nice. We just gotta keep it a buck. Take away the strip. Take away all the fancy things, right? What?
Right.
Like we just being honest. So because of that, hey man, you niggas right here, man, like we can run it up.
Yeah.
Because guess what? People from all over the country
will be here.
Motherfuckers, a lot of them people that's paying for them extra bottles is from Atlanta, nigga.
Right, yeah.
And they done seen Future and all these niggas for the free and they still buying it because guess where they at?
They in Vegas.
We in Vegas, nigga. It's time to show out.
We about to be on Instagram.
That's how they feel,
we about to be on live.
It's time to show out.
Right.
So
you do
Vegas
save up.
Knows that.
You save up for that Vegas trip.
But
you save up way more for the Vegas.
And that's fair. Bro. Coming from Atlanta and Miami are popping and international in their own right. But those were cultural hubs before they became like the party spot.
For real, yeah.
Like before. Hey, bro, I could tell you a lot about yourself.
The party spot
15 years ago, if you was like, yo, Keem, I'm about to move to North Carolina, Atlanta, Miami, that says something about you, culturally.
Right.
Nowadays, it don't matter. Anybody.
You're because it's popping.
Just move to Atlanta or something. Like, you know what I mean? Move to Miami. Like, okay, I get it. It's popping out there.
Right.
But back in the day, you didn't see certain type of people moving there, nigga. Like,
but that
that's
makes
a culture
okay. So that
spot.
actually
like
now,
you eating soul food a lot there.
But now
like,
that makes it even crazier to the fact of how dead the Pro Bowl was.
I think it's bad timing.
That too.
Because what else was going on? There was a fight. The Keith Thurman fight was this weekend.
Wait, what's so?
Boxing sells more still.
Yeah, but you ain't say Earl Spence, nigga. Keith Thurman.
But I'm not saying that. It's still a boxing city, so a lot of people will come to see that. It's still a boxing match. It's still Keith Thurman versus Barrios, who just fucking fought Davis not that long ago. But Barrios is a former champion. Thurman, former champion. This is a boxing city.
Yeah, but you're talking about the NFL, nigga. They got their own holiday.
But you're talking about the Pro Bowl of the NFL, which nobody has given a fuck about for the last 10 years.
Hey,
if
man.
you look at those crowds,
we can
Google that. We can go YouTube right now and look at those crowds.
The last few years,
and there's hella empty seats in them stands.
I don't even have the data.
They do it all wrong.
I bet if you go watch that Keith Thurman fight, every seat's full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly. You're right.
Tourists aren't, and the other thing is like Vegas also runs off tourists going to your shows that weekend that they're here. You're getting a lot of foot traffic off tourism. Motherfuckers are leaving on Sunday.
Well, that's why
They're
it's what like they said it's like 3.5 million people here.
Yeah,
on any given day.
And most people are leaving Sunday. Think about it. Most people are leaving the day the Pro Bowl's playing. It's on a Sunday, just like every other football game. A lot of people are leaving that day to go back home. A lot of people aren't leaving Monday. Monday's work day for like motherfuckers on a weekend get away. Motherfuckers on vacation. Monday's back to work.
I'm just saying that like.
So it's way different.
I would like to see I didn't watch the game.
Football is
what the stadium looked like. That shit had to be empty, bro. It had to look like a UNLV game.
It was very empty.
It looked like UNLV game.
It was very empty. No, UNLV games look better. UNR versus UNLV
that ain't fair.
Is better.
I'm talking about just.
No, what do you mean that ain't fair? You're talking about You're talking about. Hold on.
You picked their arch rival. I'm talking about.
No,
UNR versus your regular UNLV game.
No,
like
I get that, but you're
saying San Diego State.
I'm saying UNLV probably looked better. I'm saying Thomas and Mack looks better. UNLV Stadium, whatever they call that, looks better.
Nigga, they play with the Raiders for it.
They play in the Legion now?
Bro. Yes, nigga, this whole season.
They probably put more in. Well, you got.
I doubt it.
That's not fair because
what do you mean
UNLV Stadium was smaller. So the stadium they used to play
Mackey Stadium was decent size, and that shit wouldn't be sold out.
But hold on, wait. Let's talk about something else. UNLV sucks at everything right now. So tickets are cheap. A lot of motherfuckers don't come out for that.
What do you mean right now? Nigga, the Cleveland Cavaliers sucked for hella long. Motherfuckers want to just go, and those tickets were cheap for hella long. Clippers tickets, motherfuckers want to just go into those games because it was in LA and the tickets were cheap. Niggas still not going. Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, so the shit was looking like a UNLV game, meaning like nigga, there's pockets of nigga nothingness, nigga like. If you want to sit fucking 50-yard line, nigga, you can because ain't nobody over there. It was definitely
a bad D1 or a good D2 football ground size. You feel what I'm saying?
For the Pro Bowl,
right? For the best of the best players in the NFL, you get to see them in one place.
Like I didn't know the Pro Bowl fell off like that.
You see how they did Chad Johnson?
I didn't.
Chad Johnson set up a breakfast for hella stars that were gonna play in the Pro Bowl. They all didn't even show up.
Damn.
Wait.
Yeah.
The football players,
are
like celebrities that was gonna come.
Football players. Nobody.
That wasn't a celebrity football game.
No, it was not a celebrity football game. He invited them to breakfast.
Nobody from the Super Bowl played though.
Nobody ever does.
So he invited them from. Okay, so let me just make sure I'm getting this right. OG Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco. Like I'm gonna have a. He probably had it sponsored by something too.
No, he paid for it.
Okay, anyways, nigga,
I'm
gonna have a breakfast, right? In a conversation type thing, because he's in the pod space, he's in the content space, so we're gonna have a conversation about it. Boom, boom, and just chop it up about football, about what it means about this game, all that type of stuff. Nobody showed up.
Nope.
And he had personal invites too, huh?
Oh yeah, personally.
See, this is my thing though.
They just don't respect him. That's all. So they just don't respect him.
What did he do to not be respected?
I just don't think nobody respected what was going on this weekend. I think motherfuckers who were invited to this came. Like they're like, cool. I want to play an extra game of football before I hang it up for the season. I'll see y'all in spring training after.
No, I think that's what happened. I think that now you on to something, but in reverse for me, I think a lot of people that was invited that made the Pro Bowl.
They don't go.
Didn't show up like nigga. I'm in Cancun, fam. I'm in Hawaii.
Right.
I'm
chilling.
Yeah,
look what Tom
and
Brady
you know what?
Said.
Hold on.
Tom
That's
Brady
what messed
said
him up.
I didn't do all this shit to go to a fucking Pro Bowl. Like
no.
Play to go to
Pro Bowl in Las Vegas. See, that's another thing. A lot of players, I do remember this, were upset and defiant that they took it out of Hawaii.
Yep.
That was the tradition. Like, we get to go to Hawaii for a week.
That was the whole tradition. That's
Hawaii. It feel good out there playing. Like, you know what I mean? Now you in Vegas. Now you in this place. Now you in.
It's because of COVID.
Now you gotta make me deal with all these whole bitches.
No, they stopped doing the Hawaii. I think before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
I think they just was like, we doing something different.
Yeah, they started taking. They
probably ain't want to pay the natives.
It wasn't that.
They didn't want to pay the natives what they were supposed to be paying.
No, they wanted to do what the NBA was doing. They saw the NBA's over here fucking selling it out every fucking time they do it.
Because each owner get a bag. If each owner is guaranteed, I get to host it. It's like hosting a Super Bowl.
Yeah, same shit. Yep. City gets money. The owner gets money.
Yeah.
Everybody gets paid.
That's all they were trying to do.
But the thing, and then it's like,
and they being greedy. They should have kept that in Hawaii.
All that shit, you took the whole thing out of it.
They should have kept that in Hawaii,
Honolulu, Hawaii. That was, you know what I'm
and
saying?
it was
that
good
was,
for the people.
And that, you got to think about it as a football player. Like,
shout out to my boy Brandon, man. Shout out to my boy Brandon Santos, nigga, a Hawaii native right now.
I get to go on a little vacation real quick, play football. It was a vacay for Honolulu.
No, hold on. Never mind, keep going. I'm trying to think of something. I was trying to think about my Hawaiian words.
But nigga, yeah, it was ugly this weekend for fucking
mahalo. Football. That's what I was trying to get out. Yeah, man.
One of the most basic words next to aloha.
Hey, bro, relax, bro. Aloha too, all that. To my peoples.
You forgot aloha?
All that. But yeah, that sucks, dog. Like they tricked that off. They definitely can't come back with that, right?
Well, the sad thing is the Super Bowl's here in 2 years.
Now the Super Bowl's gonna be lit. That's different, bro. You gotta understand. Every young skeezer from a million miles, boy, million-mile radius, nigga's gonna be down here in Vegas on that Super Bowl weekend. What you talking about? Just got done. No names, you know all that. Just overheard a conversation with a young shorty. He was like, "Yeah, I gotta go through this nails, hair, bop, bop, boom, bam." Because I'm on my way to Cleveland for the Super Bowl. Hey, bro, you remember?
Super Bowl's in L.A.
I didn't mean L.A. My bad, you're right. I don't know where
All-Star Weekend?
From. Yeah, I'm thinking All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, the weekend after the Super Bowl.
Weekend after the Super Bowl. But think about what I'm saying, though. Those kind of
that's a hell of an atmosphere.
Those kind of events bring them out.
Yeah.
Brings them out. You ever been to Tahoe?
By the ton.
During the golf tournament, bro?
Yeah.
They ain't got no business being in Tahoe. But they found it. Like a hawk. Nigga just, we swooping in over here. This where they at.
Yeah, the birds come where the bread is.
That dollar bill sign.
They flock to the bread.
I feel like they all get the little dollar bill emoji text to them, nigga, by just a city girl guide.
Mass text.
That shit just come out. This where they at.
Mm-hmm. They got a skeezer.
This where they at.
Got a skeezer Discord.
Hey fam,
nigga.
that is it unrealistic to be like, bro? They got to be having a meeting. I'm gonna tell you why. Before I even get you joking.
In every city they have meetings.
No. That's not what I'm saying. When it comes to like this, the 3 leagues. The 3 leagues with the 3 letters, they be having a meeting. I'm gonna tell you why, bro. It's like, how do you even know to be where you are to interact with these gentlemen?
Right. Yeah. Are you? Yeah, that's real. Because there's hella little parties during All-Star fucking weekend.
I guarantee you can grab the average chick that be in that environment. Like, let's say you go to an elite industry party, and after about 4 hours, you was able to confiscate every female in their phone and go through their shit.
There might be
nothing but Google searches. Nigga, what Doc on net worth, fly kid. Yo, well, let me see what this nigga on. Like, bro, that's what. It ain't fair no more though, but it's kind of crazy. Like,
right,
women could
that shit would be mad funny.
Like, not even gonna say women, but like the groupie class, they could do that now. Like. You know what I'm saying? You can find out how much you make a game, my nigga.
Do you know how funny that would be?
Bro, that nigga making
I think that would be hilarious if you
$89,000 a game.
Say okay when
that's 82 games a season.
When all of us is on right, we fuck a little scallywag, a little skio or whatever.
Why would we ever? We go ahead.
It ain't even. You know
not
what I mean,
me.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be a little gold digging ass bitch.
This nigga always like, go paint this picture. Do you the cook, nigga? Go ahead and cook. He always have us in some shit.
Middle of night, you go to the bitch
allegedly
phone,
right?
You go through the bitch phone, right, and you see this shit Googled your net worth. That shit would be hilarious to me. Right. I probably would sit there and be laughing my ass off.
Hey, now let's talk about
bitch,
that.
I already don't plan on talking to you ever.
No, let's talk about that though.
But that shit's fucking funny, bitch. That you went to go see what a nigga was worth.
Right.
I don't even know if I'd be bothered by it.
I wouldn't. I would laugh. It would be hilarious.
And
is that all you check when you go through that phone?
Hold on, like, right, that's what I'm saying.
Shit.
And it might.
It's some shit in there you can see.
Right, and on top of that,
hella videos of this bitch fucking hella.
My whole thing is like, we don't.
You seek, you shall find.
Is that not intelligent?
But it would be funny.
I'm just saying, like, nigga, you play ball or you're an athlete, you're a movie director or something, and you pick up on this chick. She knows you that because a lot of times niggas be fronting, they lead with that. They'll miraculously mistaken and let you know they play in the league or some shit like that, whatever, right? So now you know, and you done went off to get some drinks or something. And she
Oh,
like,
just so you know, I play in the league.
Yeah, like she just like, okay, well, nigga, oh, baseball? No. Football? No. Basketball? Yeah, like, oh, okay. Hold on. How do you spell your name? Boom.
See,
Right, I mean,
that's some groupie shit right
my
there.
thing is,
That's hilarious.
what other things can you do that with?
Nothing.
Bro, go try to figure out.
Not if your name isn't Googleable, searchable.
I'm just saying, like, can we Google how much Tom Brady makes a game?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nigga,
Can we Google how much Tom Brady's boss makes a game? Fuck no.
Ooh, Bruce.
Oh,
No, nigga, no.
The owner?
Robert Kraft, nigga, you mind your fucking business. That's what it is, nigga. You'll never find out how much he makes per game. That's too intrusive.
Maybe.
They not telling you that. You can surmise it. You can sit there and do the math if you want to, nigga, and guesstimate that, after he pays everybody and pays the bills for the place and do all the whoop, 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 on any given Sunday, he probably brings home this. You're never going to get a real number. It's like Forbes.
Yeah, you could.
How?
You could, because it's like taxes.
What do you mean it's like taxes?
Isn't?
No, it's not. I'm talking about, think about it. If you owned, it'd be like saying, hey, McDonald's, how much do you make every third Thursday of the year?
Yeah, shit.
On every third Thursday, on that day, how much do you make?
Yeah, his paychecks ain't set.
Like, nigga.
He's making what
You
they
not getting
make.
all
Yeah.
that data from him. He ain't us, nigga. He ain't getting the, like, standard.
And it's not a set paycheck for him every
What
time.
do they even get? I wonder.
That's
what
what I'm
an
saying.
owner-
He's just
I
all
wonder-
profit. Like, bring it to me.
Okay.
Bro, but you look how it break down, though.
I want to
He's
know.
getting the profit of a nigga that's selling popcorn up and down the aisle.
Yeah.
He's getting the nigga. He's getting so many like the way the money split. How do you know? You have to send a whole IRS team to go investigate that shit for a while to figure that out.
Or
bro. Like, if you could,
or you would have to. The only way you could do it, and it would be a logistical nightmare. You'd have to move all money into just one account for one day, and do that over.
Well, not
give
only that.
yourself an average. Do it like 6 times, and then you can average. I make about
okay,
this much on
that
this
patch
whole
that
team.
says Allstate right next to the goalpost in
But
the
that's
end
what
zone.
I mean.
How
You
much
take
does that
all that.
generate per day?
You
how
gotta
much do
take
you-
what the contract?
Advertisement.
You gotta take what the contract.
But now we're talking about numbers that are not provable, bro. Think about it. Even if you give me the contract for a year,
So if the contract's worth, okay, so they get a television contract, right?
no, stay with the Allstate banner.
But
Think
I'm
about
just going off with an easy one, like the television contract. That's something Robert Kraft is getting paid from. You get paid.
Yeah, but
from
we get the
television.
easy shit.
All right, so Allstate's gonna pay you if they're on a NFL, NBA, or MLB or pro soccer team. You're probably paying.
It don't matter. I'm not getting caught up on the number.
So no,
I'm
because you're
just
probably
saying-
paying like you're gonna pay like $20 million for like 3 to 5 years.
Okay, all that's fine.
So now you
but
can
over the
break that
course of
down.
that 3 to 5 years, on the third Tuesday of the 6th month into that duration of time, how much money did you make that day off this? Then you can't answer that.
Off that Sunday.
No. How much did that sign generate you that day?
Oh.
How much did you make off those fucking popcorns? How much did you make off the hot dog?
Well,
It's too many things going on
I don't
for
feel
you to
like-
pinpoint a dollar
I
amount. That's what
don't-
I was paying. That's
See,
my whole point.
Accountants get paid good money to do that every day. There's an accountant that
Not-
probably gets
nigga.
paid by Robert Kraft to tell him what because they have to know. They do this because they have to know overhead and cost.
Wait. I'm not talking about Robert Kraft knowing, nigga. Where are you at in this company? You going all over the place. What I'm saying is, nigga, we're not talking about Robert Kraft knowing how much he makes in a day. Bro, like, he's going to get those numbers at the end of the day.
Who?
What I'm saying is like, nigga, when you start talking about the IRS and things like that, there's no way, nigga, in a one day, a nigga that owns an NFL team, stadium, you know what I'm saying, got all these people working for you, cross promotion, you know what I'm saying?
You're
like,
saying the IRS doesn't know what he makes daily?
no, that's not what I'm saying that, like, in one day, it's almost impossible to pinpoint exactly how much he made off that in that game in that stadium.
How? When he has accountants that do it every day.
We're getting way too far left from this conversation, bro.
I'm trying to get you to bring me back, and I'm still not understanding.
You don't remember what we were talking about? It's okay to say it.
No.
Because you were just arguing with me, and instead of letting me make my point, you kept going left and left and left and left. And now it's a new point.
What was the root of this situation? Where did this start?
It started when we were talking about... we're going to have to run it back tape, bro. I don't even remember. D, what you think? Where did it start?
I think
where this debate start?
We were talking
because nigga, I was trying to land a point, but
network,
Drake kept.
Okay, so
what about this?
Basically,
we started a net worth. It started females doing net worths and shit.
So I think the point you were trying to make is that the owner, you could literally Google all the players and see how much they make and whatnot.
Thank you.
But the owners,
that's what I was trying to get.
The owners is their shit is just not as accessible. You know what I'm saying?
You can find out how much Tom Brady makes a day,
but you can't figure out.
How, nigga, you never gonna find out how much the owner.
No, you're right.
Of the, absolutely. Like the shit.
That's not that. The only thing. The only thing that's public record about Robert Kraft is where he gets his money to buy.
It's not about Robert Kraft. It's about being in that class, in that group. Is what I'm saying. I just use them as an example. What I'm saying is, nigga,
I get that. I'm just using the same example.
I'm just making sure we're on the same page, nigga.
I can Google Robert Kraft's net worth right now. Mm-hmm. But I can't Google what Robert Kraft makes every. I actually might. There's somebody, but he's not famous enough. We could do Warren Buffett
and even
who's not famous enough.
Robert Kraft,
one of the greatest owners in the history of team sports.
We're not talking about owners. The people who get calculated that are like the Oprahs and shit. I can right now.
Robert Kraft is richer than Oprah.
Good Lord.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna prove my point. Just on Google I can Google a lot of people on what they make in a day.
That's okay. That
aren't athletes. I'm not talking about athletes. I'm talking about entertainment. I'm talking about like
I get that.
Rich people. I can figure out what they make in a day.
But so you can go figure out how much nigga a lot of rich people make in a day. That's my point, nigga. Athletes are rich. Athletes are rich, but you're not gonna find out who owns the owner of Time Warner, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Versus like a star actor.
That's basically what I'm saying.
No, that's what I'm saying, my nigga. You just being arguing.
Like
we saying the same thing if that's the case. Because that's what I've been saying,
nigga. And I just agreed with you.
So what's the point?
Back to the fucking point, and I understand what you were talking about. I agreed with you.
So what's the point, nigga? What are you saying?
Never mind.
Were you reiterating what I'm saying? Because I don't get it while you're saying
pretty
that.
Much.
Okay, well then, nigga, we agree. Like I just said, we agree.
You got lost?
No, I said we agree. We basically agree. We're saying the same thing differently. What I'm saying is there's basically, for lack of better words, there's levels to it. There's certain people, you can go take the richest nigga on TV, like take Oprah, and you can probably surmise what she's making on certain breakdowns. But nigga, the owner of Viacom, you're not finding out how much they make on one day on Viacom. Like that's what I was trying to say.
Do you know?
Let's blow some Joe.
Do you know what this nigga Robert Kraft bought the fucking Patriots for?
How many?
Oh, nigga, cheap compared to
$172 million. Do you know what they're vetted at today?
$5 billion, $4 billion,
6.6 something.
That's a hell of a flip.
So all you gotta do is sell it now.
No. Mm-hmm. Remember the Clippers?
Sell half of it.
Go look at the Clippers flip. Go look at the Clippers flip, bro.
The nigga who just lost the Clippers like 5 years ago.
He bought it for like $6.
He bought it for like $6 million.
Oh, the racist one.
And sold it for like $2.6 billion.
You could have got me out.
Talk about a flip.
Could have got me out.
Oh yeah, he left. He left
up.
Got
me out with a smile on my face.
He left up. Yeah.
No, he left.
I think I bought this for $6.
First off, this is the thing. He never needed that to be up.
No.
He never needed it to be up, but
yeah, no, he was
because he was already a billionaire.
Yeah.
But that extra couple bill he got, that's crazy to me, dog.
Fuck just sports, nigga. Let's talk stocks.
He was smart.
What about that?
Talk about a flip in stocks. Warren Buffett, right? The Berkshire Hathaway stock that he owns, the company he owns, he bought it when their stock was trading for, it was like
pennies or something like that.
$70-some dollars.
Pennies on a dollar.
That stock now trades for 300-some thousand a share.
See, he is the one. Warren Buffett said.
You were a nigga who was invested in them $70.
Yeah, those $70 days.
Nigga.
70 cents.
$70. It wasn't 70 cents.
Oh, I thought you said 70.
But $70 into
300,000
300,000.
to 300,000. Nigga, if you bought 6 shares, nigga, you had $1.8 million now.
Yeah, no, nigga, that's fucking stupid. That's crazy.
Off 6 shares, that shit is the highest. It trades for it's the most expensive fucking stock there is out there. $280-something thousand a share.
Yeah,
It's a it's like a it's not realty, but it's like it's all about property and shit.
That shit crazy, man. Like how,
They're like a Keller Williams or whatever.
yeah, how things be just popping off.
They the ones.
That
Nigga.
don't seem like they real. Almost.
Right.
Like
Dog, I looked at it one
Nigga,
day.
it's
I just randomly Googled. Some
Bitcoin
shit.
is coming back on the.
I know,
It's
but I'm
coming
saying,
back.
just imagine if you was one of the original cats that got up though. These cats that got rich off of it.
Yeah, people that
I
got
don't wanna
Bitcoin
talk about it.
for a few
Couple
dollars.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Somebody offered to pay me for a video 7 years ago when I first started, $300 in Bitcoin. It was like 0.2 cents.
Yeah, you know.
Damn.
I'd be a fucking billionaire right now.
Yeah.
When it was at 60 grand, if I'd have sold, I'd have been a billionaire.
Damn.
Talk about it right there.
Yeah.
What could have happened, eh? Yeah. You gotta learn from it, bro.
Well, how high you think it's gonna go? You think it's gonna go to 100 before the end of the year?
Watch Ethereum.
Y'all see what Odell Beckham's doing? His whole contract right now.
Yeah,
in
but you know
Bitcoin.
he lost half of his worth of his contract is lost because of the tank because of when he
Yeah,
bought
but think
it.
about when it goes up. This nigga's making $5 million a year from Nike for the next few years.
Nah, I'm
He
saying
already
the
has a
one-
big contract, so I'm just saying it's
the
like
one
it's
to
a
watch-
good
the
win
one-
for him.
The one to look out for is Ethereum.
It's hot in here, huh?
Because with NFTs being strictly traded in Ethereum,
Yeah, no, I know.
if they keep going up, Ethereum will be the next Bitcoin.
It's oversaturation that you got to worry about too. Now every celebrity in the world. My thing is, if you got a celebrity that has that never spoke financial literacy in their life, don't jump on their NFT. They obviously were paid to be a face. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you see, they getting sued.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the NFTs.
Not at all.
I would say they
I
can
know
just
the basics.
just get your study on, man. And
Yeah.
you probably could make a lot more money just creating NFTs. See, that's the thing about artists is it's moving to a digital space.
But no,
So a
that's
lot of
what it
artists
is
need to get in there
you
and
gotta
start
be smart
creating.
and create your NFT and buy 40 of it, nigga. So if it does blow, a lot of these people aren't making money because they're creating an NFT and not buying into it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff.
then-
that you should,
Tory Lanez didn't
you should be
know.
learning.
So Tory Lanez started,
And they're in the metaverse too, right? The NFTs, and then they got
All
property
that
and
shit,
whatnot in there.
All that shit.
Tory Lanez fucked up because when he didn't know shit about NFTs, created one, and by the time he realized he needed to buy one, it was worth $600,000 a share.
Yeah, price his own self out of his own shit.
Damn. That's some shit.
He's still gonna get some. He's still getting some bread off that
How
shit.
you
Probably
don't
just
know to
nowhere
buy
near
your
as
own
much as
shit?
he would have. And maybe he's not. You think he's not getting any money from it?
You don't.
That's crazy.
How you gonna get money in something?
Because you created, you
That
still
you
got
make
ownership
people-
in the sense that you created it.
Yeah.
So I think he gets
but
like a small percentage
it's
in
not-
that
It's
regard.
not like a publicly traded. There's no like most other things has a tangible thing to it. I think that's what changes in this space. There's a if you invest in Apple.
Do it short. I'm just keeping it going.
No, because think about it. If Steve Jobs, if Bill Gates did not have stock in Microsoft, he would only get paid for the name of Microsoft.
Isn't that good enough?
No, because then he would only pay himself $1 a year.
Damn.
That's what his salary is.
Yeah.
He only pays himself $1.
He took $1 a
Oh,
year
because
salary.
he has the most stock.
Mm-hmm. He has, because you have to be a.
And he was the founder and CEO, wasn't he?
1%, yeah.
So like sometimes when you're a founder CEO, you building something like that. Like let me just keep putting money into the crew So I got the best art designer. I'm paying him top salary. Yeah. I'm paying these coders over there top salary. I'm paying this person to be the front person, the marketing guy. And then I'll just pay me $50, $1, and then I'll take mine back in on stock when we go public, nigga.
Because what you're doing is Bill Gates essentially, if Bill Gates didn't take stock, you'd be paying Bill Gates like $10 to $20 million a year.
Right.
So essentially what he does is
to save that money,
he throws his 20 million
back into the company,
into everybody, because everybody down to his janitor's a millionaire because they all just working there. You have stock. Google the same way. Everybody down to the janitor is a millionaire. Everybody wonders why you still be a janitor. Nigga, what the fuck? Why I gotta retire? What if they do it again? I'm not finna leave where they just gave me a meal. What if they do this shit again when I retire?
Nah, nigga, it's just.
The secretary is rich as fuck at Microsoft.
Once you know that you're financially set, years. You gotta understand. Like once financial security comes in, that's when life really starts, bro. Or once you accept that that's not gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
Right. So imagine a person. You can't be too full of oneself if you're a janitor.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
So a person that comes into money that's not full of themselves, this motherfucker probably don't even wear name brand shoes or something like that. Like
he probably just started.
It's certain things.
He probably just started wearing Jordans.
Probably don't,
because he always wanted it, and now he got one pair.
I know a self-made millionaire that's been telling me since I was a kid, stop buying that shit. I'll buy these sneakers from Costco, a pair of white ones and a pair of black ones, and I'll guarantee you, by the time you go run through all those Nikes and Jordans and Adidas and shit, I'll get it.
I don't care how rich I get. I got.
No, I'm just speaking to him.
Some
like
people,
certain generation cats and older cats and shit. But you gotta understand, like a nigga from the '70s, a nigga from the '70s, everything we like about sneakers, they hate. They wear
dress shoes and shit.
The sneakers. They had were well put together, nigga, like Pumas and shit like that, and you'll be like. They're like, now that's a good sneaker.
Shit niggas still wear.
That's a good sneaker, but we'll wear them out.
Right.
They was doing athletic attire in those, nigga. Like, think about your Pumas, nigga, and just go like the old school Gazelle joints. And
think about Fila's was a good shoe.
I used to have them Grand Hills, nigga. Both of them hooping in them.
Fila's was a good shoe. Up to like right after the Grand Hill and Jerry Stackhouse is when they went.
Did we talk about Adidas and Puma on here? Because you know they were brothers that got into it, nigga. Like. They backed like Nazi Germany and all that.
Did you know that's how Dollar General and Family Dollar is an ex-wife and ex-husband?
Yeah, no. Hey, Haribo and Black Forest.
Yep.
Nigga, I looked it up. Like Haribo and Black Forest. They started the shit. I don't remember if it was they started Haribo or Black Forest first, whichever one it was, and then they started beefing when they got kind of a little popping or whatever.
Black Forest.
It was. Forever, they started popping. They started beefing or whatever, and then the dude that started Haribo with the Haribo family was just like, man, he took half the crew, nigga. Like, man, we gonna do it this way, and it was really simple. It was like if you go to get each one of them, it was texture.
Yep.
It was all about the texture. One was like, nah, nigga, this is a little too tough.
We want
another
one tougher. And
the other one was like, no, it needs to be softer.
Because Black Forest is softer, way softer.
But them Haribos, nigga.
Yes, but Family Dollar and Dollar General is a ex-husband, ex-wife who were just in constant petty competition with each other, dog. That's why there is so many right next to each other, nigga.
Wow.
That's hella funny. I didn't know that.
Finds out, oh, you got one here? Cool. I'm right there, nigga.
We splitting it.
That's when you call, like, bitch, you're that petty.
Right.
Or, like, if it's a nigga, like, you that petty, bro. Like,
petty at an all-time
It's the
high.
Same store, bro.
Same I didn't know that. That makes sense, too. Damn, bro. I wonder how many other things are like that,
right
though.
Next to each other. I don't know.
I wonder how many other things.
A lot.
Yeah,
There's gotta be a lot of shit that started off hatred, nigga.
Let me find out, man.
Because I think like the Steve Jobs and the Microsoft and Apple story have so. I think Steve Jobs was connected to Microsoft
first,
minute,
right?
And then, like
or
some
something like that. Yeah.
Happened, and then he went and made Apple.
I think honestly that's just what kind of what happened.
So I think all good shit just came out of spite.
Bob Johnson.
What?
They was hating on that nigga in MTV, nigga, and all the other networks.
Nigga,
And
do
like,
you
nigga,
see the
do my
new shit
shit.
about Don Cornelius now?
What?
Where they're
I
trying
seen
to
that,
say
yeah,
he
on Playboy.
They said sexually
that
assaulted.
Yeah, they said
Playboy
that he had
models and
2
shit.
girls basically chained up and
Beat him the fuck up,
had
drugged him the fuck
doing
up.
his thing for like
Playboy
a couple
had
weeks.
to send fucking their security to come get him.
The cleanup crew. The Playboy cleanup crew is what they called it.
Man,
now
hold
they got
on,
the
hold
Playboy
on.
story coming out. They're doing the whole
Because they don't call the
Playboy
police.
shit.
Yeah, they
man.
slandering my man. He
Hey,
left his
look,
name
this
bad.
the thing though, fam.
They're not trying to let Hugh ref in peace.
Hey, no. This the thing though,
Don
fam. This
Cornelius.
the thing. If we being fair, I'm like, bro, you can't have every celebrity in the Me Too that get hit up be alleged to have did something inappropriate at Hugh's house, and it's the first time we hearing about him in a negative. Like I've been saying, like, yo, they need to be speaking. Like, what's going on? What was Hugh doing?
Hugh is an old fucking.
Dare I say white
sex
privilege
slave
male,
ass
man?
nigga.
Yeah, they said he
Them
had
bitches
all the
was- them
power.
bitches was
They said
sex
that,
slaves,
yeah,
nigga.
he had hands in the LAPD. You know what I'm saying?
Of course he did. Because you know what a lot of chauvinistic, misogynistic men would do to get to have a weekend at the
Playboy Mansion.
Playboy Mansion, and he could do that for you. Like, hey, we're just gonna, I'm gonna tuck you off for a weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna comp you a few weekends.
Go ask Magic Johnson about his story when he got picked up in a limo, coming from Lansing, Michigan, coming from the city, nigga.
The
Boom.
way the bitches be describing
Took
how
him right to the
dirty that
Playboy
nigga's
Mansion for a
room
week.
was, though, my nigga. I was like, yeah, that's
Playboy
that's
Mansion
crazy.
for a week. They said, "It's Magic saying it." He said they dropped him off. He said when he got picked up, Dr. Bus. He said, "How you doing, Dr. Bus? I'm pleased to meet you." He said Dr. Bus didn't say shit to him. Now he coming from the Midwest. He's like, "Damn, this motherfucker racist." So he just didn't say nothing.
Right.
Drops him off at the Playboy Mansion. Just gets out. Nigga drives off. Right. Leaves him there. Nigga, Mr. Johnson. He go in there. Comes out a week later. Dr. Bus is there. Nigga in the Rolls Royce allegedly picks him up. Welcome to L.A., Magic. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to L.A., Magic. Now you ready for L.A.
He was in there fucking doing the most.
Though they said Magic had a person that they job at the game. Oh, Magic will like her.
Oh,
Magic will
so
like her.
basically,
So at the end of the
tour,
game,
the nigga,
at the end of the
road manager,
game,
what a road manager does
when niggas is leaving and shit, Magic will be in the team hot tub with about 4-5 of them.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Big Magic.
Big Magic. You remember the shit Eric told us? Do you?
Devendorf?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
I mean, I ain't gonna put it out like this. But yeah, shout out to my mans. I'll tell you on camera. I'll remind you. Yeah, man. Should be real in the field, man. It'd be real.
I can imagine.
That was almost your life.
Yeah. Well, it could have been one day.
I'd have been in L.A.
Oh, if one of us made it to the league, bro.
Nigga.
I don't even know, bro. Honestly, now that I think about it, God know. God know what he doing. I don't think D could have handled it. Just a look. He'd have been too wild, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I think that's the reason. Like,
What if you went platinum at 16?
that's what I'm saying.
What if
I think
16-year-old
that's-
Dre was platinum?
Nigga, I don't know where 34-year-old
You know
Dre
what
would
sucks?
be at.
Because you might end up being like, this ain't no cap. I ain't being funny, but you might be Soulja Boy
Or a little Bow Wow.
or a little Bow, like one of these temperamental, like hot-headed,
Or
although wealthy and
or-
successful.
hold on. Or
But you
I
got
did-
people fucking
or
with you all the time.
Or I didn't make it.
What you mean?
Nigga, how many motherfuckers
You went platinum
commit
at 16.
suicide
You
and
made
shit?
it. Oh, you
Niggas
mean
that
you off
died?
yourself.
Yeah, like I didn't get to make it to 34.
Yeah, but that's only tragic to the people that's still here. You be gone.
I'm just saying, like,
You wouldn't be feeling no tragic shit. You was like, nigga, I was turned, nigga, until I rolled off that motherfucking, till I was going too fast in that joint. See, old boy that had that tragic accident for the Raiders. The only thing that makes it tragic, bro, with him, not the only thing. Let me be careful. I'm not trying to say it like that.
Right.
But what really like stings with him, like he's stuck with reality. The victims of his aren't here to suffer in that way. Their parents, their family, people that are left behind, and the reality of it, it sucks for them because they got to suffer, and it sucks for him because nigga he got to atone for that.
you gotta deal
Now,
with
had
it.
he died too, in a snapshot, that boy Made it to the league. Something he always wanted to do. Probably out the projects, out the
live
hood.
fast, die young.
Exactly. And it's a thin line between that.
Yeah.
It's a thin line between being James Dean, nigga.
State of life.
And nigga, what 15, 5 seconds. What did Wallow say? Wallow said, man, 5 seconds cost me 20 years. Mm-hmm. That sounds like that shouldn't even be possible in anything. But look at these McMichaels. Look at the three white men that decided this black boy don't deserve to be in their neighborhood. He don't belong. And since he's running, and a month prior, we heard that it was a break-in. A month prior. Oh, that's got to be him. He's got to be breaking in. I don't even think they believe that about him.
Because they ended up getting convicted, right?
And now they're facing federal charges and going back to court. And they tried to do some faulty shit and let them serve their time in the feds. Nah, you going to Georgia State Prison Penitentiary, the same place that they put all those black boys that break the law, and all those Mexican boys that break the law, and all those poor white kids that break the law. One of the worst prison systems in the country. You going to Georgia State Penitentiary, even though the feds and everybody is trying to clean up the Georgia State Penitentiary. His family, his parents was like, no, that's where you deserve to be at. You sought my college graduate, no law-breaking son. See, this thing about the Aubrey case, they can't find no picture with him holding a gun and a gold grill like Trayvon. They can't criminalize him. It was dudes in the NFL that sat out the game because they heard about Aubrey, because they competed against him growing up and knew him. Like, whoa. They couldn't even play. He was a good dude, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Great runner.
Okay, but hold on. Can we? I get all them got convicted. What the fuck's going on with that DA?
Well, nigga, in due time, she's going to court. Or they always going. They got to do them first. They have to do them first.
Yeah, she's.
You know what I'm saying?
Down.
And they got convicted on the state, and now they're getting convicted. They're probably more likely going to get convicted on the federal shit too. Basically, bro, what I was just saying about bringing them up is, what was that like? They said it was 5 minutes and some change.
Yeah,
will cost them the rest of their life. Yeah. Think about that father. You being bigoted, and you are a career police officer. You just retired less than a year ago from the police department. The very same police department. That nigga's not gonna have a good time in prison. You put hella boys in prison. And personally, every dude that's in jail by his doing, that shit should be reevaluated. How the hell you gonna be so racist that you literally track down, hunt down, and kill a man? They didn't even, you can see the video, bro. They don't even ask this nigga nothing. They don't even ask this nigga nothing. Like, what you doing over there?
Get him, Floyd.
Get him.
Get him, Jeff.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They own him.
It was on him.
And that shit's crazy, bro, because everybody would like to be like, man, I can't go out. Like, what would you do in that situation? There's nothing much you could do.
He was tired.
That's what it was.
He had been running.
He had already been running.
Yeah.
And now I'm sprinting for my life, and you niggas got guns and a car, and y'all basically pigeon-tail me, cut me off, and he still was like fighting for his life, you know what I'm saying? But
when that nigga started crying, talking about like I'm scared of my life, he's gonna get the gun for me and shit, nigga, I'll slap.
Hey, the judge I appreciate the judge in that case. The judge wasn't feeling that shit either.
I'm not hearing none of this.
Hey, the judge let them have it on
shit.
sentencing.
Like,
the judge let them have it so bad
here.
on sentencing, bro. I low-key felt bad for them, nigga. I had to check myself. Like, hold on, bro. Like, these motherfuckers is racist murderers, nigga. Like, fuck them.
The judge did everything that the judge was supposed to do.
Exact. And then you know what it was? Nigga not used to getting that kind of justice, bro. I'm not used to experiencing that. So when I seen it, it was just like, nigga, damn, something don't seem right. They're going to jail for this for life.
She kept saying life without the possibility of parole. I was like,
that shit, it was hitting, right? Fam, every time she read, you know how many times I would have passed out.
Okay, imagine being the white dudes.
I'd have passed out.
Imagine being the white dudes, right? Who all you've seen is people get
away
from these same crimes.
That's where my mind
and you're
went.
sitting there like, all right, we're going to get some type of, you know.
Imagine it being 3 black dudes chasing a white dude.
Oh, them niggas is getting a death
penalty.
penalty.
There's nothing to imagine, nigga. They on death row right now.
Penalty, nigga. Like, that's going to be a
wouldn't have
short case, nigga. If it's on video like that, that's a short case. Nigga, that case is so open
and one of the
shut.
black people called the police like, yeah, we got this white boy that's wandering through the neighborhood. We got him.
Bro, fam.
It's
This
so
what makes it so
open and
cold.
shut,
Hey,
my
okay.
nigga, like
No, I'm glad he said that. I'm glad y'all brought that up, though. Because let's not
They
stop.
thought they called the police.
Yeah.
No, they did. They did.
They
Let's
thought
not
they
stop
was
this.
right.
Let's not stop this. The police, remember, came in, seen what they did. Remember, he's a police officer, retired. He knows all these people. He calls the district attorney.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Woo, 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 woo. She's like this. Hey, don't worry. I got you.
Do what you do.
They lie to this kid's mother and tell her that her son was murdered trying to break into their house. And there was a tussle for the gun.
And then hold the footage for like half a year.
Nigga, like a year.
Yeah, it's like a year before.
She has to, her family start, everybody want to talk all that shit about race baiters and, Al Sharpton. A lot of white people hate Al Sharpton.
Because that nigga.
But one thing I'm like, hey,
when
man.
he comes to the party, shit gets real
Fam,
different, nigga.
Just think about all the things we wouldn't know about Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know shit about motherfucking
George Floyd, probably.
we wouldn't know nothing about this
Eric
shit.
Garner.
The judicial system and law enforcement covered it up every time. Mm-hmm. Every time they covered that shit. George Floyd, they covered it up. Oh, we don't know how. They covered up. Dog. They with the grand jury investigation in the Trayvon Martin shit. Nigga, over about 35 some odd witnesses. They called 3. And they call the 3 that have the less damaging story. You're like, well, bro, I really didn't see it. But then you find, everybody should go watch that Rest in Power shit that they did on Trayvon Martin, that Jay and them did. Because they did it just like they did it with the other kid. The Browder story, Khalif Browder. Oh, yeah. And now, shout out to them. They just did the Emmett Till story right now. That's on Netflix or whatever. So, like, when you go look at that, bro, they let George Zimmerman off, fam. Like, it's proven that, like, they met with his father, who was a federal magistrate, and was like, okay, we got to arrest him. But, his wife is on recording. George Zimmerman is on the phone in jail, upset because he had lied about his passport, his second passport, and they found out about that shit, nigga, and came and brought that nigga to jail. Like, that's a violation of your release, you know what I'm saying? You're on bail, nigga, for murder, nigga. Like, you can't just be.
You can't have a passport.
And they still let him back out of jail and didn't make him spend all that time waiting for trial in jail. They still let him back out. They put him on house arrest. You know what I mean? And then they put him like in protective custody on house arrest because they claim, his life is in danger. If you just go look at it, George Zimmerman didn't even have to pay for an attorney. Because when you get like a capital murder case or something like that, something like a big time case like that, like this kid that killed Young Dolph, they're not giving him the same public defender that a kid that got a couple shoplifting charges and disorderly conduct with. That's not the same public defender. Technically, it's a public defender, but they're going to get. George Zimmerman got one of the best criminal defense attorneys in the country.
Right.
And guess who paid for that?
The state.
Trayvon Martin's and people like that's family through tax money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cold when people don't really understand that. So it's like you're trained to think like, I got a public pretender. But if your case is big enough,
you got a real ass.
You have a real law firm, nigga, defend. And nigga, they up for it. Like that dude Michael O'Malley, he wasn't trying to lose that Zimmerman case, nigga.
Nope.
He was going hard. And they said, I don't care if I come off racist. Yeah, but I apologize to black people later, nigga. Shit, I'm trying to win this case, nigga.
We all done had to wait.
And that's what he did.
We all done had to wait in jail for court and had that court-appointed fucking lawyer.
So it's just one of them things, bro. Like you just, it's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? When it's all said and done, it's
that court-appointed lawyer sucks. When you're going to court in jail, you like this nigga. This nigga drove all the way over here mad as shit. He even had to came to this motherfucker.
You giving away too much credit. That nigga came up the elevator like, yeah.
Tired as shit.
I was in my office asleep. What happened? Hey, you ever notice when you see them niggas in court, they always reading about what the shit that's going on?
Right, They ain't did no type letters. None of that shit.
Fam,
they reading the shit as the judge is reading it. Like, yeah, judge, I see that right here. Like,
yeah, you right.
Nigga.
Is that a key with an H, right? Like nigga, bro, who is this nigga, man? Like, hold on, who is this nigga? Like, fam, you don't ever want it. Our judicial system is fucked up. You know what killed me? Is when people be like, oh, but you don't ever want to go anywhere else. I'd be like, man, fucked up is fucked up.
Nigga, Mexico, it don't seem like Mexican jails is all that bad from what you be seeing in El Chapo stories and shit.
Hey, listen to me. Fucked up is fucked up.
Them niggas ain't got no doors and shit.
I don't know why we gotta compare. I don't know why we gotta compare this.
If you got money in Mexican prison, nigga, you got money. Nigga,
fucked up is fucked up, bro. Because there's Eastern European prisons where, nigga, you go home on the weekends.
Right.
Think about that. All those jails like that.
Yep.
Like, so you telling me I gotta do 15 years, but I'm off every weekend.
It's like going to work.
Fam.
It's like going to work.
Yeah, get you a little busy.
It's just like going to work.
Down, you know
Bro, you getting... I seen this one shit that was so foul. These niggas get conjugal visits for like a certain percentage of the like month.
Oh yeah,
and then like
you get to be gone for
all
like
holidays, nigga, they're mandatory to go back home. And then they're like on the weekends and shit like that, they go back. They only go to prison. They're in prison Monday through Friday, bro. Like
it's because here's the thing: prisons in those countries, those prisons are built to rehab their people, and most of them got their reconviction rate is like 1.2%.
You think so?
No,
See,
it is. If you
I'm
go
assuming
Sweden. Okay, so let's look at Sweden.
I wasn't
for
using Sweden, nigga. I was assuming the opposite though. Like nigga, like maybe it's just one of them places where they need work. They need like niggas out there working. Nigga, we need this economy like jumping. You niggas ain't gonna
let's use
your ass out there to work.
A place like Sweden. So Sweden, murder only comes at the most with a 13-year prison sentence. There's no death sentence. There's no death penalty there.
Well, then how much is it here?
Life.
Not guaranteed.
Yes, it is.
Every time you murder somebody, it's not guaranteed 25 to life.
If you get convicted of first degree,
life sentence with the possibility of parole, you can.
If it's first degree murder, they have to give you 25 plus.
Well, okay, that's what I'm saying. It's
if you get convicted of first degree.
Okay, so base minimum for life is 25 years. If they just tell you,
and that's for first degree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they tell
and
you
the hardest murder is to prove
life,
first degree.
It's got to be premeditated.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't even be charging that shit sometimes. So they give
you life. So say, okay.
Think about it. It's a lot of niggas that commit bodies and be outside.
If you right now, Keem, they say, okay, we're giving you life. That's 25 years. You're gonna,
technically,
you're gonna expire.
You have to at least do 25.
No, you're gonna expire in 25. They're gonna let you out. Now, if they tell you life without the possibility, that's when you'll never.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, a life sentence is 25 years.
But what I'm saying is,
until they add the extras.
What's you think the cheapest amount of time someone was sentenced for first degree murder in this country? I don't think it's as much as we think.
A year.
25 degree or years. There's mandatory.
Yeah, that
there's
is
mandatory
minimums.
Minimum.
So a first degree murder, you saying the mandatory minimum is 25?
If they can prove.
So now that's
because that's what they debate.
No, I hear what you're saying.
No, I hear what you're saying. Life or death penalty with first degree.
I hear what you're saying. Now this is what I'm saying though. With that being said, right, we know that, bro, they don't shoot for first degree murder a lot. Like regular everyday, everyday sentence, everyday stories and shit. Nigga, we go out, whoop, nigga, this nigga looking at me funny. I don't like that nigga. He smashed my girl back in the day or something, nigga.
That's why.
And I shoot somebody.
George Floyd got, that's why we went for second degree.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
because there was no way to prove that there was any premeditation to call it capital or first degree murder. There was no. If they did that, George or what's.
And I'm just saying, I've seen them play with it both ways. I've seen the gangster nigga, because you're in a gang, it's automatically they spin that for the premeditated. You killed another gang member. You're in a gang. That shit is premeditated. That's what gangs do, nigga. They kill each other. So when you had that gun on, you knew it was for one of your ops.
Okay, so all right, back to talking about motherfucking Sweden.
Hold on, let me finish. That's what I was saying. Like, no, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go back.
Cut me off about the Sweden shit.
Go ahead, bro. Finish.
No, go ahead. You land it. I'll land because you
get back to Sweden.
You crashed my shit in mid-air.
Not get back to Sweden, bro.
Let you go ahead and land.
Ship and sail.
Deploy your shoot.
Ship and sail, bro. But you gotta let niggas land over here.
You didn't let me with the Sweden shit.
What are you talking? So now I'm telling you.
As soon as I said Sweden 13 years, he said, "Okay, well, what's the mandatory of?"
Because I was still speaking about mandatories, nigga. You don't get this nigga like to do that. Like he'll get over some shit in his head and be like, "All right, so now look." Like,
no wait, but look, you said that Sweden has a 13-year sentence for murder.
There's no higher sentence in Sweden than 13.
13 years,
That's
no matter
crazy.
what it is.
Even for murder.
There's no cells. There's no dorms. Nigga, you get to walk around freely.
Go to camp.
You don't have to go to bed.
Basically, go to summer camp.
You get to have a job.
Like that
you get a job. You don't make pennies. You get paid. You'll have a check when you leave. Their return conviction rate on murder is something like under 2%.
So when you say return conviction rate, meaning
that offender will get out and not reoffend
for murder.
They're talking about they probably just period. They won't
well, I'm just saying. No, that's what that means.
That's some
shit.
That's what I was
trying to describe.
You're letting out a murderer.
Everything, or do you just mean for like the crime that they commit?
That's a cakewalk for murder. Just 13.
They usually don't see that person again. There's a 2% chance that they'll see that person again.
Allegedly.
So does Sweden have any serial killers?
What's our reoffender?
What about, does Sweden have any serial killers? So like if you go on a spree,
yeah, they do.
If you kill a bunch of people, is it still just 13 years?
I don't know what their street, if they got a 3-strike.
You know?
Law.
They should have fucked up.
I just know they don't have it like a death penalty.
Okay.
Yeah, see, let's talk about that. Sometimes a lot of people a lot of times we shit on America because of certain, like, we have the death penalty in certain states, or like the prison systems and shit like that. But
we just prison people for the dumbest shit.
That's what I think.
We
have the most.
Our prisons
laws.
are overpopulated.
I think we have a lot of bullshit laws, nigga, and shit like that, and like bureaucracy and mandatory minimums and shit like that fucks it up.
Victimless crimes.
Nigga, nobody getting that firing squad out here, my G.
Yeah,
you can still request it.
Boy, that's that death penalty shit.
Think about what I'm saying.
They all stand there,
bruh. It's other countries where you get your shit.
Well, and they all finna shoot you.
No,
you
only hit with one bullet.
Fam.
Only one?
Everybody else has blanks. You don't know who's shooting.
Is that right?
Because they don't. The firing squad don't, because they don't want anyone to feel guilty.
Has everybody stole?
Who's killing them?
Has anybody ever stole anything in their life in here?
Yeah.
Nigga, you want to be in one of them countries where you steal something, nigga, and they jug your hand?
I don't steal.
Nigga,
ever.
one time?
We all done stole something once. You never stole.
We all have.
We haven't stole a candy.
Yes, we all have.
Nothing.
But
not me.
All right, man, whatever. Let that nigga. Let him hold that. I ain't mad. Let him hold that. But whatever. Hey, but whatever, my nigga.
Word.
But look,
I lost a hand.
That's what I'm saying.
I might have lost both.
That's foul.
And a foot, nigga.
Hey, but just the cold part. This is why America great. You'd have fucked around and lost a foot, 2 hands, all to fuck around and grow up and be one of the most honest men ever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What did it take for you to be honest?
Like, think about how, like, the evolution between Detroit Red and
But they see you don't got your shit, they're like, oh yeah, he had to learn the hard
Detroit Red
way.
wouldn't have no hands. They'd have fucked Malcolm up as a kid.
Could you imagine that conversation? Somebody asked you, hey, what humbled you? You like,
you know,
losing this?
show me
It's
that.
where it's fucked up, though. I don't think it will humble me. I think that might turn me the other way.
I might go start killing niggas over that.
I'll be nubbing the shit out of people.
Right.
The shit out of
you better get a sharp
shit out of niggas.
Because you can't be pulling, can't pull no trigger.
This nigga said get a sharp nub.
Just hit a nigga with your nub till he die, nigga.
Damn, bro, that would suck, though.
There's a lot of people out there like
if that's how that happened. No, you ain't. Bro, hey, I seen some pictures of some of the black Holocaust pictures of the Congo. They don't like to talk about it, fam. Actually, we're not even gonna get into that because nigga, they not playing with niggas right now with these subjects. But
yeah, please don't.
I'm not even
do not get us fucking.
Bam.
Yeah.
Whoopee.
Look like this.
Compared our Holocaust to their Holocaust. Please don't.
Ain't no whoopee. Hey, repeat this though.
We might get canceled.
When you look at King Leopold and what he did to the people of the Congo, fam, like, I didn't know this, and this was just fascinating to me. We think about how much we use rubber today. Think about how every car has rubber tires, right? All that, right?
God.
Planes and shit, all that. Mm-hmm. Rubber came from this part of the world in this remote region,
and now we
on these trees
everywhere else. Now we figured out how to produce rubber.
And they found them black people with them rubber trees, and seen them using them for basically shoe soles and all type of other shit. Nigga was just like, yo,
we need that.
We need that, and y'all need to, and you have to.
No, they didn't say we need that. They said, hey, go get that.
And you need to know how to fetch it, right? So y'all the only way we could do it is through y'all. Though they have this picture of him with all these children, nigga, with missing limbs. Because if you didn't meet the quota that he set,
he chopping some shit off.
Chopping some shit off, bro. These is like, nigga, this kid's McCoy size.
Mm-hmm.
This kid's McCoy size, nigga, with one hand. And I'm like, bro, you gave that little nigga a quota? He probably just was daydreaming. He looked 3-4 years old. I don't want to hear it.
And you gotta think about probably how cold they did it, just like that. Hey, put his hand up there. Get him the fuck out of here. Hey, put his hand up there. Get him the fuck out of here. It's just
sick, bro. And like, we gonna leave it there because there's no way to go, nigga. In that, there's no way to go.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey,
we gotta leave it there. One of
there.
these days, we'll have a platform, nigga, in a place where we're protected, nigga, where we can truly get our shit off, nigga.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Going back to like the Switzerland thing. If I was in Switzerland, I might knock somebody off knowing I'm only getting 13.
Some niggas is worth 13.
No, right, knowing I'm gonna see the
There's
light
certain
of day
things
again,
that you
and
can
if
do.
I'm like 20.
Yeah.
Think about it,
I
fam.
might knock somebody. Nigga, I don't like
You take a lot more risk.
Fuck you mean that 20, bro? If you held a healthy 50,
right? Yeah, you'll be 63
nigga,
when
come on
you get
there,
out of
nigga.
here.
Like, nigga.
I'm just saying, like some niggas are
That nigga did
worth.
what to my child?
Okay.
Hold
So
on,
say,
nigga.
so
Like,
say,
he getting murked.
say America got a 13-year law. How many niggas you think might have knocked off a George Zimmerman by now?
I mean, we're not calling for this.
Yeah, that we were just saying.
Shout out, sis. What's up?
Some people are for real. They worth 30. George Zimmerman right now is worth 13 of mine right now.
Yeah, that she was saying. Hey,
I'm not gonna say
13 for George.
I mean,
If we were younger, so we were like mid-20s, 13 for George.
banging that niggas. Yeah, man. Because you got to understand how you coming home. You think Bobby and them came home lit.
You going to jail
Bro, you coming
lit.
home the littest ever.
But you going to jail lit.
I know that.
You're taking care
I'm
of
not
it.
see, dog, fam. I'm not even talking about the, like that part.
Right.
But think about the afterwards. You ain't that. You can't pay for a meal.
Worry about nothing.
You can't pay for a meal from the peoples.
No.
right.
You everywhere. You supposed to be
Hero.
good. You like cultural royalty from there on out.
You
straight.
You go, you that,
He became a hero.
Hero.
That shit would be hilarious.
He became a hero.
Exactly.
Right.
He's not paying for shit.
He's a hero over there.
Bro, there'd be
He got money. He got rich off this
He
shit.
good.
You'd be seeing a lot of niggas get knocked off if 13 years was the man. Was the
How my boys say, y'all killed X and let Zimmerman live. The streets is.
I'm just saying, if
Done.
niggas was only looking at 13 maximum for murder out here, there'd be a lot of niggas dying in America, nigga.
But this is all I'm saying.
Yes.
Done,
Niggas would be
and I don't want to
getting
get too
knocked
statistic on here,
on a
but in
line,
our country,
on
that's
a
what I'm trying to
line
say.
rate, bro.
Done in a certain way, you is getting under 13ish.
It
Or
is,
none.
yeah, it is,
Or
yeah,
none,
it
but
is,
like
yeah,
if you
yeah.
had to get caught, think about it, bro. Like
You
if,
can plead down from life.
if they
You
not
can plead
doing
down
this,
to like a 13.
bro. There's a lot of
15,
people that done did 4 or 5 years on a murder bid, nigga,
What's her name?
and got out.
The Chauvin's getting what, 7?
There's a whole lot of people that did 10 years
Or
too.
did he get 15?
Bro, I thought he got. Look, we gotta look that up because I
Chauvin
forgot.
got
We
second
talked about
degree.
it.
Chauvin
I don't
didn't
remember.
get life. Chauvin got second
I know,
degree.
but I forgot what it was because we did talk about it on. We talked about it live. I just don't remember. It's been a minute. Nigga, what is that?
What?
You heard that?
My son's TV.
Oh. Nephew going.
Oh shit! I was off. The boy got 22 and a half.
Yeah, I remember. See, I almost said 40, but I was like, nah, it wasn't 40.
That boy got 22 and a half piece.
And you know what it is too? You know why the Fed stepped in on him like that? Because they got to see us open his books. You've been doing this. Oh, you know he got charged again. He got some more charges he's facing because of some shit he did to a little black boy on his watch. Yeah, bro, like that's what some of these cats do, fam. My thing is, how do you like? Okay, let's check it. Like, if you had any bias towards any national like group or nationality group or particular tribal group in our society, all you gotta do is join the police force. Yeah, you good over there?
Word. Nah, I'm right here with you, brother.
No, I'm saying I feel you. It's just one of them things, dog. That's just funny to me, man. Like they don't.
How about Joe?
Joe.
Joe Rowe.
Oh yeah, man. We've been dreading that one. We got to get to Joe.
Alright. Everybody, like,
Basically, are you rocking with him or not?
Let me.
Now that the elephant said to address the elephant in the room.
Look at niggas depressing niggas, bro. Like,
Y'all gotta let me in on the what's going on.
Are you rocking with Joe?
Why would I be? What do I need to rock with Joe or not rock with Joe about?
you really don't know that, oh?
I really don't.
Okay, bro. I forgot you be in your own little shelf, like nigga.
Nigga Joe.
Yeah, Joe basically. So there's a video, and you know they can calculate it. Now, see, this is the thing I'll be fair about. The part that I did here, I don't know, and I'm not making no excuses at all. Fuck it, I can't lend him my ear anymore, man, because N-word happens. You say the N-word, it's not a big deal. That's not what it is. But it's like 18 different times that you're saying the N-word. You know, you're saying nigger.
What?
And on top of that, the one that hit me that you can't explain away is the Planet of the Apes shit. Bro, you talking about you and your family, trying to take your family to go see Planet of the Apes, nigga, and you went in the movie theater and was literally at Planet of the Apes. Wasn't a white family in sight, man.
Wow.
This is my thing.
That's what this nigga's been doing?
Bro, I don't have no... This is what kills me about... And I'm talking I could only speak about FBA. I can only speak about foundational black Americans. Nigga, I cannot find one foundational black American to tell me or that I've ever spoken to them about their family or their parents teaching them racism in that way.
Right.
Are accepting racist jokes and remarks like that, nigga, just openly and publicly around the family. Now, that being said, there is shit talking in our culture.
Right.
Right? But, dog, in America, I'm not saying the world. We got some competition maybe in the world. But in America, and I know it ranks in the world, but let's just keep this at home.
Right.
Nigga, who in the fuck here can say that they've experienced more racism and disdain than foundational black Americans?
Okay, so
that's just crazy to me,
I know
nigga.
why
Like,
you're fucking with, but why are you defending this nigga? That's what I want to know.
I don't think he was defending him.
Yeah, I wasn't defending.
He was just trying to make us because you know what he was doing. He jabbing me because, bro, I told him I was like, nigga, this shit really hurt me, bro. I fuck with Joe.
I did too until now.
Like now, I gotta sit here and be like, damn, Joe, like,
fuck with him now.
Because I'm trying to figure that out. Now, this is the thing. Maybe it's because non-racial slurs towards black people are more protected? And what I mean by that, if you start using some of these racial slurs designated for other groups that's not foundational black Americans, right? You can't even be on the joint. Like, nigga, hey, that comment you just said.
Oh, yeah.
They'll remind you, like, hey,
all bad.
This comment that you're about to say
that, right.
is against our... But, nigga, I just called my nigga a nigger 15 times. Like, nigga, I'll blow your motherfucking brains out, nigga. I'll fucking hate you.
Do you think Joe Rogan is racist then? Even with all that? So, do you think he is more racist than...
That's a brilliant question.
Exactly.
Because
do I feel like
I can't
Joe
say
Rogan
one.
is
Okay,
still,
go on and
do
talk
I
about
feel
that.
like Joe Rogan is still a racist?
Right.
Active racist.
Let's answer his question because I think that's interesting.
No, but I am. I'm saying, do I think he's still an active racist?
I think all people have done some shit that they wouldn't want exposed
in the light.
I feel like deep down inside, I feel like if he's in a car and he gets cut off by a black dude, fucking nigger cut me, yeah.
But is that racism though? Because I don't think that's racism at all.
Why?
See, this because nigga, honestly,
if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a noise?
I mean, if we don't hear it, it still happens though.
How do you know? You only know because you've seen it on the floor.
Right.
You don't know what the fuck to say.
Yeah, exactly.
This shit get deep, nigga. Hey, but look, let me.
A tree does make noise.
Are you ready? Like, you ready for me to land? Like, let me land this.
I didn't hear it. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I don't know if it made noise.
On a small serious note, because I don't want to get over seriously with this shit. We got way more other shit to deal with as a people. But for shits and giggles, to answer these questions, it's like, okay, I don't think Joe Rogan is a card-carrying racist. But a person, look, but a person that has followed, that has been a fan of his platform, right? A person that's watches his platform, not only because of him, but because you be having cool people on there that you can learn a lot from.
Cool people.
So you're saying you don't think he attends meetings?
I don't think he attends meetings.
I don't think he had to meet. No, but this the thing, though.
I think he's been to the barbecue.
Hey, let me land. Can
I
land?
think he's been to
Let me land, bro. Let me
if you're
land.
at the barbecue,
Hold on,
barbecue does not. He don't go to all the meetings.
Let me land though. This is the thing where I'm trying to say though, like,
Oh shit! See,
this is where it get tricky, fam, because
he's affiliated.
I've been watching this shit and watching Joe Rogan. Now, for the things that we love him for is like, yo, he brings such an eclectic group of people on and let them just talk. He be having, nigga, I seen Elon Musk smoke, nigga, a motherfucking blunt, nigga, and talk some shit.
Get lit.
With him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing that every day, fam.
Right.
I respect that. But I need y'all to check me. Because times I've been looking at this shit, and it's been times that if I go show you my Spotify, it's like the app, I'm halfway through the joint and I turned it off and I ain't going back because you got this alt-right motherfucker on there. And I'm just like, bro, like, hey, nigga, like, I get it. You got a motherfucker that you have the littest podcast in the world. Millions and millions of people watch your shit. You're so influential, the government is starting to get annoyed with you because you speak against their jab program.
Right.
Right?
Time to pull out that old tape.
Right. Exactly.
Time to get him.
Exactly, fam. We not dumb. We know how this go, right?
You know how that slander works?
Right. And so this the thing. So with all that conscious in my mind, the one thing that I be kind of tripping off of is I'm like, damn, bro, like, you don't think that none of us support you? Like, you got this $300 million deal for Spotify, nigga, but you don't think black people was a part of those algorithms, bro?
Oh, for sure.
Black people fuck with you, bro. And we've helped put foundational black Americans are right there in that algorithm. So why do I got to hear about this fucking spoiled, untalented, unaccomplished white boy tell me, nigga, that I have a perplexity for violence when his ancestors came over here to where my ancestors was, murdered damn near everybody, raped everybody, put them in chains, nigga, changed their names, their language, nigga. How the hell you gonna tell me that I'm designed for violence?
Right.
We got the violent gene, right, motherfucker. And the thing that hurt me about that shit was Joe is too friendly.
Yeah.
Normally Joe will debate you. Yeah, Joe would be like, well, hold on, let me push back on that. That doesn't make... I was waiting.
None of it.
But I'm like, Joe.
Where you at, boy?
Where you at, Joe? Now, Joe's been flirting with this Donald Trump shit. Now, this is my thing. A lot of niggas play with Donald Trump because they don't take him seriously. As a native New Yorker, nigga, you know that this motherfucker was sued by... When the United States government say, hey, whoa, you're being too racist.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Right.
They did this to this man twice, way before he became a president.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about my favorite rappers and shit rapping about him or using him for punchlines. I know this culture. You'd be a damn fool if you think Jay-Z and Dame Dash looked up to Rockefeller.
No, not at all. Right.
They used to hustle in Rockefeller Plaza, so that's why Rockefeller Records was formed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that about our culture we get. I heard an Italian guy get on there and argue with the FBA joint thing on the phone. Oh, y'all rappers, we created hip hop basically because all y'all did was steal our shit. And I was just like, bro, what are you talking about? The Italian guy was arguing that rappers say yo because of the Italians. And I fell out of my chair. Like, does he really think that, or was he just being racist? Or is he like trolling, as the young boys would say? But he was dead ass serious.
Yo. Hey, yo. That's like, get that from the fucking Italian. Get the
you know where I think where people that say that get that from?
Where?
It's because who's the most famous rap group of all time?
Run DMC?
The most famous of all time. Wu-Tang.
Oh, Wu-Tang.
And it just recently broke. But what's the big story about them recently? They got ran down on by the mob because they from Staten Island.
Right.
Mob country.
Right.
What was they gonna name that group? Wu Gambinos.
Yeah.
So instead of being a child and shit, they was going the mafioso joint, which the best thing that ever happened to them.
Yeah.
Now you all through Asia, nigga. They got comic books, cartoons. You wasn't getting that with no Italian mob spinoff type shit.
Nah.
Shit ain't popping.
Ooh, Gambino don't even sound that dope.
Don't sound dope at all. It sounds horrible.
Clown sounds that shit.
You know what I'm saying? So it just was. That's crazy.
I don't know. I'm not. In my personal opinion, can't rock with Joe, man.
Now that changed the wrinkle. I'm not comfortable, bro. I'm not playing that shit. I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Because first off, your apology is mute. I just had to unfollow him nigga. Because nigga, I look down on the gram. This nigga, you know, Joe Rich, he got a big bag. He eating, talking shit, and then I'm looking at the comments, and these is MAGA. This MAGA under your comments. This is MAGA under your comments, nigga. All these apologetic people, nigga, like, oh, it's okay, and I know it's okay to them. Who you think created the fucking word? And so when you see that, you like, damn, Joe, like, over a while I'm seeing it, and it's like, bro, it seemed like you've been leaning that way. And you've been low-key caping for these motherfuckers. Like, you always in there making excuses for a man that's documented to have lied 55,000 fucking times in 4 years. But meanwhile, the black dude, I just don't trust Obama. I just don't trust him. Like, well, what the fuck did he get caught lying about? Nothing, but they all got, how many theories they got, bro? We all heard them. Mm-hmm. How many theories they got about, like, nah, this dude, trust me. And I'm here to say, anybody that can hear my voice, no matter if you're white, black, yellow, or green, there's no pattern of events that says Barack Obama is less trustworthy than any white male president that we've ever had. But there's always an assumption of honesty with them. They were doing the shit with Bill Clinton, George Bush, Bill Clinton, a whole bunch of motherfuckers like, oh, man, he's the president. He would never do that. Like, nigga, use a dirty scoundrel in there. Nigga, just doing all type of slinging Johnson everywhere, Bill Clinton. You was wild. He was in there wild, my nigga. Mm-hmm. Hey, imagine this, though. Imagine Obama having 4 baby mamas.
Oh, nigga, that'd be all over the fucking...
2 open rape cases. Nigga, and millions of dollars worth of like fraudulent charges and damages. But we're gonna put that on the side, and you go run for president. Yeah, nigga, and you get 70 million votes.
Niggas would put him in jail.
But we got a crime family, nigga. This shit is like a soap opera, fam. I don't even care. I just want to see if one person with the last name Trump go to jail. I don't think this is gonna happen. But if one person, and I ain't never rooted for a motherfucker to go to jail.
Said,
I'm FBA.
But that's motherfucker right.
But right now,
anybody with the last name Trump can get it, huh?
Cause it's that y'all making the like unfair gap too unfair. Like, nigga, we gotta calm down with this shit. Right. It's always been a moniker of white privilege in this country. It's always been like, you know, certain privileges for females, certain privileges for men. We get all that, but this Trump shit, bro, Trump and them are like untouchable, bro. These things don't be. They got a lot. Like, there's a lot of known crime on them. Think about that. You can go to any reputable news show and they just running off the list of illegal. They got a lawyer right there, a former judge, prosecutor. Like, that's illegal. That's illegal. Oh, that carries about 30 years minimum. And he got a list of all the shit he done did.
Right.
I'm just saying, bro. Go Google Barack Obama wears tan suit.
Oh, that was, yeah, they let that.
And watch, no, they were calling for him to be impeached.
Over a tan.
He wore tan after Labor Day. That's not what we, and that ain't even our culture, my nigga. That's y'all culture.
We don't give a fuck about
none of that.
What the fuck I'm gonna wear?
Tan suit was fly as a motherfucker. I think Obama had to low-key apologize. Like, it was, you know, I was going, it's springtime, nigga.
Just feeling myself, you know.
No, it's spring. This is my last day. I'm going on vacation after this.
Right.
To Martha's Vineyard. That's another reason why they was mad. Mm-hmm. Nigga, I'm at the Inkwell, nigga. Yeah. Him and Michelle went to the Inkwell. That's some baller shit.
Yeah.
The Inkwell.
That's some black American baller shit. The Inkwell, that's a whole Martha's Vineyard area that affluent black people, foundational black Americans, nigga, like, that balled out, nigga, had that section. And that's where, you know, like, people go to the Hamptons for the summer. Like, we going to the Inkwell. Go check that movie out, too, boy. It's a classic. Jada fine as hell in there.
What movie?
Inkwell. Got Lorenz Tate in it, Jada Pinkett, and Baby Boy's mama.
Oh, AJ
when she was
Johnson.
young.
Young AJ Johnson.
Boy, I might have to go search for that when I go home tonight. But that Inkwell, hey, dog, it's 2 movies that give Jada Pinkett the pass that she got right now.
Oh, my bad.
Hold on, Inkwell, and if y'all ain't seen that yet, y'all, you gonna hit me when y'all see it. Y'all understand? Nigga, Jason's lyric. But you remember how she looked in Jason's lyric? She don't even look real, fam. She don't even look real, bro.
Jason, Jason's lyric, okay.
Jason's lyric, Jada?
Nigga, I still like, what's her, I like Set the Dog.
Bro.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, go check that out. I mean, I ain't talking about the movies.
No,
I'm just talking about the scenes.
As her,
nigga, like,
Set
who?
It Off is...
Boy, they didn't have the technology to really shoot her eyes, nigga, in Inkwell. But them shits was like, you know what I'm talking about? Them shits was standing out, nigga. Her shit was super bright and vibrant, nigga, all through the movie. Them shits is classic, dog. I ain't mean, we had to go there, but in a nutshell, I'm gonna reserve judgment on your boy.
Who boy?
I mean, when I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about them, nigga. Your boy, like I'm talking to the audience.
On that dial
your
shit,
boy.
that one, nigga.
I'm talking about your boy, Joe Rogan. I gotta wait because I ain't fucking with you. You don't get to do that, nigga. Without, I need more explanation. Now,
and
if
while I'm investigating, I'm not
you on silent, right?
With
Yeah.
you.
I need more context because I know he's a great comic.
Right.
He tours every year with Chappelle. They friends, all that. So if this one of them joints, and I know his mentors was Richard Pryor and old boy that just passed.
Joe Rogan?
Yeah. That's who he opened up for as a young buck out of Jersey.
Hold on. Okay, well, how? Okay, so how do you feel about? Because you're asking, so now we ask.
Right, that's an example. Go ahead, though.
I'm definitely not fucking with him.
Right.
I mean, I don't even think he's that racist. I think there's other people that are more racist, and we don't even know. But at the same time,
once you know what's up, huh?
Yeah.
Racist is racist. I don't
when you know, you know.
So this is my thing, though. Okay, let me give y'all some more shit, though. Just to throw it out there. We just breaking it down. Joe Rogan's wife is the ex-wife of one of the former members of the group Silk, right? Mm-hmm. And Joe Rogan has a black daughter, stepdaughter. She's bad, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
see, that's unfortunate.
Now it gets even more trickier. You feel me? Because I'm like, how you let those shits go?
How's your home life?
So this is my thing too. Like,
so exactly, he has a white wife.
Nobody can answer. I think she's Jewish. They say.
So
yeah, she's white.
And he has a black daughter.
He has a daughter that's by. Yeah, that's half. Yeah.
So that means he has a black baby's mom.
Technically.
Yeah, but
if you want to play with the words, yeah, nigga, I like that wordplay.
So then, yeah, that means right now he's married. He's back married to a white lady. He had a former black baby's mom. Imagine how many times he called her nigger.
No.
Okay, so Joe Rogan's wife was married to a singer.
Married to or had a baby with one of the niggas from the R&B group.
Oh, so it's not Joe Rogan's baby.
It's not. It's his stepdaughter. But I guess he's been around, helped raise her and all that shit. And so it's like you go home with technically a black child. You have one black child. You have other kids, but you got a child that identifies as black. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She can't help it. She black. So I don't. All I'm saying is this. I will say this, and if you want to accuse me of caping, I'll take it because nigga, just where I stand. I've came on this platform and said that I like Joe Rogan's show and what he does, right? But that being said, it sucks because it's like, man, Joe Rogan is probably the one white dude that deserves. I ain't gonna say deserves. That if he got a pass, if you're like, oh, okay, he probably is one of the one. He's probably a person that said those words in that way that do kind of deserve a pass. It probably isn't coming from oh, you niggas is racist, right? All I'm saying is when you grow up hanging out with Paul Mooney, Richard Pryor, you hang out with Dave Chappelle and shit like that.
Possible.
I don't know if you're racist, but I know that you're getting your shit off, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know you're getting your shit off, and I know you're hearing them get their shit off, and so I'm just like, all those N-words, when the internet go and do that little sucker shit, and like you said earlier, dude, you touched on it. Like, okay, watch this tape come in. Since you want to talk about the jab and all this shit, how these doctors on there going against what we say. Yeah. I bet you the little black fans don't know about this goddamn tape.
Yeah.
Niggas do
right?
Now.
And so now they put that out. I'm going to go back and listen to the tape because I wasn't going all the way. I just heard some shit and it was like, oh, they turned this shit off. I'm not listening. I'm going to go back and listen because one of the things I'm now curious about are these. You can be a man of his stature that's toured the world telling jokes. And that all can be a series from one joke where you did get the N-word off, nigga, in a joke, which probably wasn't cool when you did it, right? But you got it off, and nigga, they done chopped your shit up, nigga, and just got you sounding crazy. Because when you see him do his apology video, he does come off as extremely annoyed, like kind of, but it's still kind of annoyed, fucked up, like man, y'all niggas gonna try to play me like this, nigga.
All people,
and I've heard him speak. Nah, that's the thing, bro. If you go on conversations, I've heard Joe talk about being black in America. I've heard he talk not from the standpoint of being black, but blackness in America. It's why I liked his show. I've heard him go in and like get in depth on racism and race, and it's never from a cliche place. It's never like the, oh well, we're all if we cut our arm, we're all gonna bleed the same. It's never no cliche shit. Joe told a story once about being a white kid that was in a military family because you got a stepdad that's in the military. He said, every day I lived in fear. He said, man, and guess what we did during the crack epidemic? My dad got stationed in Jersey. I'm in Newark. You ever seen New Jersey Drive, nigga? I'm there. Right. White boy from now, nigga, just moved from Southern California. I ain't never seen this many black people in my fucking life. Whole school black. And he said it. The school was so violent. Oh, I know that. My mom escaped me from that. I know what you're talking about. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and they said that I went to become, he's a world-class martial artist, nigga. One of the best kickboxers America's ever produced. And the reason why is because like every day I was in fear. He talked about assimilating into an urban black culture. Joe's a hip-hop head. Credible hip-hop head. So it's just like, yeah, you older and you know, like, yeah, maybe you. I mean, I could be taking it wrong when he has the right winger on there that's getting their shit off. But if I'm being grown in fairness, when he got the black dude getting his shit off, nigga, low key telling motherfucking white people that they devils, nigga, and all that shit, he don't be interfering with that either. Right. He let that shit go. He be like, damn, for real? Like he getting this bag. Like you went in the joint, like you know what I'm saying. You want some shrooms? Like that's Joe. So to me. I would have liked to hear probably a better apology, but if I'm being real, ain't no fucking words that was going to make that. Black people are sensitive to that word followed with a hard ER. We're extremely sensitive when the person using it does not look like us. Right. But that is not black people's fault. And America has not done enough for us to get over it in that regard. And the fact that they perpetuate it, because now we getting crazy. And I don't want to sound like I'm caping for nobody because it's FBA all day. But I'm just saying, like, what can we say and what we can't say? Because I know that you're not going to just come into a room full of black people and say nigger. But at the same time, dog, I would be remiss based on the history of this country. I'm more skeptical at a lot of white people saying they've never used that word before. Than I am at the other way around. Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Out,
yeah, right. A motherfucker it's hard to trust a white person that ain't never. You ain't never said nigger. I said some racist
shit before.
Oh, for sure.
That if it was on camera and y'all clipped me right at the height, right when I got the 350 million bag from Spotify and was kicking everybody's ass, because you got to understand, he's kicking CNN's ass right now. He is kicking MSNBC's ass right now.
We lose the bag so quick.
So maybe that. Oh, we got something for this.
That's a part of the game.
Because we always say it. As a FBA American, as a black man in America, you know there's certain lies they can put on us that'll make our black people niggas stop fucking with us.
Oh, for sure.
Right? And it's got to be the same. Sure. What's the number one thing you're supposed to accuse a white dude from to get him up out of here?
Being racist.
Yeah.
Dog, it's just fair. Like, and it ain't fair, but it's perfectly fair. Because, God damn it, this shit didn't get this way on his own.
Right. Yeah. Racist, sexist, or homophobic. They gonna bring something. You said something about gay people. You said something about fucking anything else. You said something about racism.
So hold on, dog. Is xenophobic about homosexual culture?
Yeah.
I didn't think so. See, I just looked up some shit and I thought it was saying that it was if you're about like I thought it was speaking to immigrants. I thought you were a xenophobe if like an immigrant, if you were saying like something like I guess racial towards immigrants or like anti-immigrant type shit. I don't. Dog, sometimes these words they come up with make me feel unsmart. I don't feel like I don't get like. What are you talking about?
There are words out there that make me feel
I can't keep up with this shit.
It makes me feel uncomfortable because if I be like, yeah, and I really don't know what you're talking about.
You might have just agreed.
I might have just agreed to some bullshit.
That's facts.
That shit's scary, bro. Like I'm uncomfortable with,
like, bro, if you
with
just
all this shit.
Like,
Okay, let's talk about like
crazy.
Let's talk about like LGBTQ.
I'm just hearing it in my head. Like
I'm so here's the fucked up part. I'm afraid and uncomfortable of the LGBTQ whatever community.
I think it's LGBTQ.
You say
AI.
See, that's
I
scary.
am
You might want to
afraid
edit that part.
of these niggas.
What?
Don't say that.
I am afraid of them. And let me tell you what. I can tell you I'm afraid of them all day. Fuck them. Not fuck them. That's that shit. That right there.
Hey, no.
The fact that I have to sit here and make sure I have
What Jimmy say? What Jimmy say? Hey, man. Watch what you say. Then you got to check your talk. That's what the whole pause game is about, my nigga.
All right, so the reason that they scare me, bruh.
Yeah, to get to that part, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why?
Is because they are a gateway and they hold the key to a lot of shit for somebody, for me, like instance for him who does the podcast space, somebody who does the entertainment space. I could call somebody the F word. We all know the F word. I ain't gonna say it because niggas this whole show being done.
Right.
Yeah,
I've never really called that to like
I can say that all day. I've never said that to a homosexual in my life.
I usually I've called more women faggots. Oh shit! Damn. See, that's why we shouldn't be live, bro. Go ahead, get your shit off, man. You the one that got us over here.
Hey,
you got us hanging on the edge, nigga. It don't matter. Just go ahead.
That right there. See, D. That right there is why they scare the shit out of me. It's because they have so much fucking power for the word that he just said.
Power.
But
sometimes we be bugging.
But we could be on here being called all types of They will not shut this fucking
There's whole
podcast
pages for
down.
that. Yeah, no, there's whole YouTube and FB pages for that.
I'm afraid because they have too much power in the shit to cancel motherfuckers, to get shit shut down. They have too much power in shit. They make me uncomfortable because they feel like their struggle is the same as ours.
Yeah.
That makes me uncomfortable.
All right, well, no, we got to unpack this then. When you say that they feel like
Pause.
That the struggle is is comparable, is like the same, are you like frustrated that the same people that discriminate on them, that discriminate on us, try to pin it the same?
No.
Both.
I think it's
feel like
definitely
it's absolutely both.
I think they're being discriminated against a different crowd, for sure.
I think it's the same, but
like it's people that discriminate against the LGBTQ.
No, for sure. I'm not saying
all races.
I'm not saying they don't.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is you can't put there's like, I think there's one other race of people that could really put themselves on the same plateau.
It's not a race though.
Of black, but it's
a lifestyle.
But they still want the same rights. They want the same everything that we fight for as black people.
You sound crazy.
They're
supposed to have those though.
I'm not saying they're not, but what I'm saying is
I have to say that to protect you.
You're gonna let me
No, I'm protecting you.
I will protect myself from
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, land.
Yeah, land, bro. Land, my nigga. Land, though.
Let him land.
We not stopping.
Let him land.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and land that B.
Nah, go, bro. Just go.
Nah, go ahead and clean it up though, because you want to clean that up.
Yeah. But you sound crazy. You like nigga,
he said,
you was sounding like you was stuck.
They want the same rights as us.
I'm not saying. Okay. Here's where I'm gonna. Let me land. Because
do they deserve the same rights?
No, I'm not saying they don't deserve the same rights. What I'm saying is their struggle is not the same. I'm saying for them to be like, they have said, I'm on record, I gotta find it, that their struggle is similar to ours. That they struggle the same way we do. That, nigga, their life is just as hard and has been just as hard. It hasn't.
Oh, okay, so stop. Nobody can make that statement definitively.
Yeah, that's
but nigga,
that's
imagine
some opinionated
being,
shit.
Imagine being imagine being a gay black person.
They get the worst both worlds.
And you can't say what you just said because that person, our country assisted them with reparations, fam.
They did.
Fuck you talking about?
Did.
But ain't no. There's no hoods of that community.
We're the only ones that don't get it.
So that's all I'm saying. And like, okay, so look,
they shouldn't hold that much.
I too get offended when people put their struggle. Hey, bro, I'm that person that like, hey, yo, I even be looking at it. Hey, FBA. What do you mean FBA and somebody else?
No, it's
nah,
FBA.
Man.
It's not
because I've never heard nobody else add us to their shit.
Right.
Never.
Right.
I ain't never heard. Hey, bro, motherfuckers will come through right there, nigga, and bang. That's why I have to order a flag, nigga. Because motherfuckers will come through and, nigga, you ain't us, nigga. Until it's time for some shit that we all can be included in.
Right.
Hey, we're human. Everybody wants to have every culture has their moment, their hour. Mm-hmm. Shit that's for them. What they've done to our tribe in this country is that when we produce something that's likable, it's for everybody. Yeah. It's American. They done made it to where hip hop, rock and roll, like the things that we've created, right? Spoken word, all these different things are more American than the actual creators of it. That's the problem. It's like you want hip hop and shit to be more socially accepted than black people. Like there's only 2 cities in our country that allow black people to wear their birth hair and not call it unprofessional. I need to tell you right now, you're unprofessional for having an afro, nigga. Yeah. As a so-called Afro-American, right? As a black person, you're unprofessional for having puffy hair.
But the white person over there has his hair down in his motherfucker, or wears a man bun, or all that.
Whatever, right? Right. Because I've always seen that. Think about that dynamic right there. A black American was always considered a thug, heathen, or what? Now you think if you have long hair as a male, that shit has not been socially accepted against us. Like since the interactions happened, that's been an issue. I used to always look at that. Like, how you gonna tell me a beard is unprofessional? Look, nigga, Abe Lincoln got a beard, nigga. Jesus Christ got a beard. Right. Allegedly, and long hair. Allegedly. You ain't never seen Jesus Christ with a fade? Or clean cut?
Clean cut, right.
It's just the hypocrisy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so when you start talking about equal rights, let's say it like this. Malcolm had it right when he came back from his pilgrimage. Don't talk to me about civil rights. Don't talk all those little cute things. I don't know what that is. I can argue. A motherfucker from a different part of the world don't even know what that is. Talk to me about human rights. Right. Now, if I'm a gay man, I deserve human rights. Right. If I'm a gay woman, I deserve human rights. Absolutely. If I decide that, you know what? Because everybody don't believe in God.
Right. I don't.
So, with that being said, it's not you, but it'll be easy for a person that doesn't even have the religious background of all this in the first place to be like, you know what? I feel more female.
Right.
Now, it's crazy to a religious person. It still can be acceptable to a religious person if you truly own your deen, if you really like in the essence of what you're trying to believe and mimic, right? And remark.
I got a question for you.
I'm just saying that because I don't ever want it to come off, because I know your heart, bro. I don't want it to come off like you saying, oh, these motherfuckers are trying to get rights like us, and I don't like that. Like, I get what you were saying, but that's how it was coming off, and I know you didn't mean it like that. It has
nothing to do with their rights. It has to do with
you don't like the comparison and struggle.
I don't like the comparison and struggle.
A lot of people don't. Guess what?
Stop.
Just real quick, I'll alley-oop this one. Women, I once compared in class, and then a lot of girls got mad at me. I once compared racial discrimination, like being a black American going through certain like things, and having people like, hey, well, you sure it wasn't because you this, or maybe it's because your hair wasn't there because of this, maybe it was you, maybe it was. I was like, that's like, us always questioning what you could have done different to keep you from being raped.
That's real.
It's the same thing. Nobody wants to talk about it that way.
No.
But it's truly the same. You go to you on your way to school, you get your ass beat by the police for no reason. Now you in school with a little attitude.
What did you do to get that ass whooping? What could you have done to not get that?
Come on, fam.
But the second we say,
like, you know what I'm saying?
The second that someone said,
motherfucker tell you if you was on time.
The second that someone says you got raped because of what you were wearing, it was a problem.
And they're wrong. They'd be wrong to say that.
Oh, that's absolutely wrong. I mean,
Right.
Both scenarios are wrong, period. Question. Now that we're talking about LGBTQ shit, I saw an article online about a lady who says her daughter, she says that's her son now, has been trans since he was 2 or 3 years old.
Let me pause 1 second, and I'm getting right back to you. I think that this ain't my place to say because I'm not in the community. I don't think we should, like, homosexual men and homosexual women, like lesbians and then like gay men, we should exclude them from the whole LGBTQ. Like that's how different and evolved things are really gotten. Yeah. Right? Like
because they're clear cut. It's black and white. It's
and we've all been social. It's a lot more socially acceptable. Right. We all speaking about shit that's socially acceptable. Right. Like we're not saying what's right and what's wrong. Right? We're just speaking of like how things. But
how do you feel? How do you feel about like
the age group? Like
there's a child.
I think I told him this, or maybe it was you. I told one of y'all on the phone. I think, damn, little man keep cursing. But you know what? Fuck it. I wish a teacher would call my phone about McCoy cursing. Yeah, I wish a teacher would try to keep him out of a lesson or anything for cursing. I'm like, bro, because at 8, they're saying that you can go in there and change your pronoun.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Hey, peep this, though. This is an 8-year-old of mine. We've been 8-year-old boys. I hate taking out the trash. Nigga. How come she don't never got to take out the trash? You're a young boy. You're a young man. Shit, watch this. Never go to school, walk in there as an 8-year-old boy. I don't want to be a him no more.
I hate taking out the trash.
I'm a her. Hey, it could be something. Now I know there's serious things, but dog, it could be something that simple.
Okay. And then that brings me to trans
athletes. Because when I was 8 in wintertime,
that brings me. Okay, so
I might have been a her nigga and not take that trash out.
That's unfair.
Now that brings me to trans athletes because in the same comment box,
yeah, that's an unfair advantage.
Somebody was talking about, well, you motherfuckers are the same people.
We might have to go back.
You guys are saying these are the same people who are saying that trans women should be able to fight women. And then there was like, well, they're on estrogen and on hormones.
Yeah, that's hella out of pocket.
That's still a man.
Right.
You know who that is? The people that talk about the shit that they're taking.
Structure is different.
Hey, no, wait. The people that do that, they're like, oh, she's taking estrogen. Those are the people that whatever they tell you your symptom is on the commercial, they go buy the pill for it. They're like, that's all that is. Those are the people that really believe in estrogen. They got
all the Levitra and shit.
Yeah, they believe that, oh, well, he's taking his shot, so he's basically like a woman. You talking about the nigga that's 6'5", that was in the Navy SEAL nigga that's now playing that Sierra basketball nigga against women?
Or the MMA fighter.
Hey, bro,
did you see the MMA fighter beat the shit out that woman?
Now see,
that shit wasn't even fair.
Hey, Joe Rogan was. That's another thing that they was on Joe about. Because Joe was mad about that shit. Bullshit. He ain't like that. He's a martial artist, bro.
It's like watching a man fight a woman. That's all you were basically still watching a man fight a woman.
Let's paint it like this.
That's crazy.
You're a man with daughters. Shorty want to do taekwondo, right? Now we going. Just pick any one of the girls. We in taekwondo. We at the little thing. Oh, she's so cute. Like, we're chilling, right? And then we see a trans
Michelle
boy.
That used to be Michael.
No, a trans boy, right? Yeah. That comes in, and he throwing little mama, bro.
I'm fighting. I'm gonna go beat that little boy.
Somebody's getting their ass whipped. Like, bro, if you don't get this damn boy off my little daughter,
I'm gonna beat that little boy the fuck up. Like,
now this is the thing though. When I say that, because how ridiculous that is.
It's possible.
I understand that nigga. No, it's happening.
It's happening, right?
What I'm saying is that, like, bro.
What would you do before you
there can't be a trans league. This is not hard.
Yeah, they need a league. Yeah, right.
It's not hard. This can't be a trans league. You're the best trans female athlete in the country.
Or not even a trans league. Add trans weight classes to every fucking sport there is.
Well, same thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For it. Nigga, there is a trans...
Well, you need a league for like basketball, football, track.
I think trans
Well, track, you can still do it all together.
If you were ever a man at one point in time, you should just be in the men's league. Even if you became a trans.
Because estrogen ain't gonna take that much from you.
Yeah. See, now how cool would this be? We missing opportunities.
Right.
Because we can have a motherfucking bitch looking like that out there hooping like AI. That's really like looking like a girl.
Mm-hmm. But it's really used to be Ning.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of crazy.
Okay, back to the watching.
Just dunking on niggas and shit. Nigga, like, damn.
What would you do if your
Are you rooming? Are you rooming with them? When you traveling? No, rooming.
I roommate with him. Fuck it. It's just
nigga rooming don't mean that nigga your boy can be my nigga. Like,
beat that.
Hey, now hold on though. I get what he's saying now. It goes down in them rooms, bro.
Oh, it does.
And you bring in a different plate. You bring in a different appetizer. Your appetizer don't mix with the appetizers I'm bringing for the meal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What if he's still like, bitches, y'all ready to train on bitches and shit?
Hey, fam, hey, bro,
Would you?
I'm gonna tell y'all niggas some wild shit when we get off this camera.
I got
not like that. No,
I got a question
not
for both of y'all.
Hey, fix your face.
I got a question.
You know, 90% of all communication nonverbal.
I got a question for both of y'all. Would y'all run a train with a trans woman?
What?
Not on the trans woman, but your homie's a
my
trans woman.
And that's now acting like a girl. Well, not let me say acting.
It's
but
a
he
girl.
got the little boobs down,
the hair and everything.
but he's still swinging.
And he's like, let's run these.
He's like, bro, I got one for us.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm gonna tell him, like, bro, you wild for them breasts right there.
No.
Hey, put a shirt on, my nigga. I don't want to see your
I'm
breasts.
not.
Yeah, because you got to be looking at your titties.
Yeah, bro. Because you know the man is gonna buy some perfect titties,
right.
nigga.
And then the man and you gonna be like,
damn,
some nice
I shouldn't have said that nigga on recording.
Up.
But pause.
Yeah.
Right,
but it's because they're fake.
That's
is what I'm trying to say.
That's what I mean.
Think
but
about it.
That's the fucked up part because the man.
That's why these.
Let me
stop saying it like that. But that's why the danger.
Nice ass titties.
Hey, no, that's why the flip game, where like all these men that's getting caught up in like the dishonesty part, the nasty part, where people aren't being honest with each other about their identities.
Right.
That's where it gets dangerous because think about it. Right. I had a chick tell me, she was like, I mean, one of the key signs is that their tits are gonna be perfect.
Perfect.
And I just thought about that. Like, you're right. None of y'all bitches' titties is really perfect. And not just all like that. It's always gonna be at least one off a little bit, nigga. Right. Like one nipple don't line up the same way or something. Right. Nigga. Like, it's like a perfect imperfection going on. Versus like, nigga.
Bow.
It was like the perfect, most perfect. If you walk past me, then you just gotta look at her titties, nigga. Hey, man. Hey, be careful, bro. Think about it. Think about what I'm saying. Especially a little shit.
That's why you got, at least now you just gotta fuck with chicks with kids.
Hey, that bro, that ain't a bad plan. What you mean?
Don't mean nothing.
You got before?
No,
what are you saying?
But you can talk about. Okay,
don't let this nigga get that off.
No,
address that. No, stop. Address that. Nigga. Yeah, go ahead. Nigga, you got for it.
No, I'm not saying it like that.
The last Dave Chappelle special, when he talked about the trans woman who was defending him, she had kids. So that having kids shit don't mean nothing.
Oh, when he was talking about
Daphne,
because that could be a man that trans to a girl, right? And so therefore, she has kids.
Yeah,
but you won't see them. They living with their mama.
Well, I mean, okay, but
possibly.
So that's a possibility. But for the most part, you're gonna be able to know when
this female
gave birth to these kids.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I was thinking one day? Bro.
Unless you get one who's had the whole from A to Z done.
You gotta find one of your exes and just make it work.
And it has the right equipment.
Never.
And hold them whole hey, bro.
Yeah, like
this is what it is,
never.
Bro. You know it's wild. You know it's wild out there, girl. But we know what it is around here.
You know, bitches out here.
Really right, at least we know that.
Hey, but girls don't have to worry about that.
Nah, they don't. I've seen some cases on Jerry Springer and shit like that where
those are the fakest men, women.
Bro, because what you was doing, nigga, just living with a strap on?
Basically, yeah.
Like, nigga, what are you talking about? How she ain't know, nigga, that you ain't had no pipe?
I already know that was a man you've been fucking this whole time.
And women know about your pipe.
Yeah.
As soon as you pipe.
Yeah.
So they got your pipe score, nigga. Like, nigga, this nigga ain't. You know what I'm saying? Your respect levels is always going to be determined off that, nigga.
The scary part about is the ones who ain't telling nobody. I saw a video about...
That's crazy.
There was 10 different women on this video, or they're women now, who said they all had a story about some nigga they finessed and didn't tell him that they used to be a man.
Oh no, that's easier. That's easier than a woman finessing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The other way. Then what? Okay, I'm not trying to sound. I'm gonna sound fucked up.
But like,
what's the term for like a female? Because you know, dyke is the derogatory, right? That's a slur now.
A lesbian or a stud.
Stud. Okay. What is this nigga doing?
Continue, man.
All right, whatever.
We're live, baby.
But anyway,
let's go.
It's like
get it rocking.
Yeah, so like, but think about what I'm saying though. So like,
no, this the show we podcasting.
The difference is that
make this one a good one.
When you get okay, lesbian females, right? Mm-hmm. They're traditionally these are just women that have a sexual orientation or preference, right?
Right. They don't want to change.
Sexual preference.
They don't want to change their gender.
They're not necessarily. They're just
a woman who wants to be with a woman.
They could be now. It's umbrella because you might have some that are more tomboyish in appearance, right?
Right. But they're still. They don't want to transition. They just.
But then there's some women that happen to be lesbian as well. That it's a total thing operating where it's just like, man, they live lives much more closer to the spectrum of manhood. Mm-hmm. All their friends are guys. They probably, play sports, something like that, physical activity, military, things like that, right? Maybe. Those are the things that they would stereotypically go into. It's an evolution, bro, because you can't remember being a youngster and it was always that one boy that you was all cool with.
Right.
That's why I don't like when they paint FBA men out to be homophobic. Because that's not really our history growing up. Like, I don't really know that to be us. But, you pick that one guy that just was with the ladies all the time, right? Mm-hmm. It was never a thing. It was just like, okay, like that's what he do. That's his thing. Right. Now that you go into adulthood, okay, this person comes out of the closet, so to speak. They're homosexuals. They're open now. There's no shock there. It's support. It's love. Like, okay, that's cool. Excuse me. That's cool. I don't want to get into anyone's psyche in terms of why that person then would want to say, okay, well, potentially I want to be a female. But if I'm getting in the psyche of a homosexual man in society, it's probably easier to be a female. Not in the terms of men versus women, but as a homosexual man, that they might, feel like, what? I identify more feminine or as a female. I feel like a woman. You hear that a lot. I feel like a man trapped in a woman's body or vice versa. Mm-hmm. And now you have the science and technologies. Because I'll say this with men, especially heterosexual men, when we get on our high horse with this type of subject. Bro, you know how long that line would be? If you can go to the doctor and just get Johnson.
Oh, nigga.
You go to the doctor, nigga, quick snip, and be healed in 48 hours and just have, nigga, the biggest, strongest Johnson ever.
Dick down.
Come on, bro. Niggas might really be taking a poll like, ladies, what's the perfect size?
Right. I'm about to go.
What's the perfect size? Like, just the perfect size. Like, nigga. And you coming back perfect to the motherfucker, nigga.
Kind of off subject. What is with this shit nowadays with females wanting to be friends with all dudes? Females' favorite line usually, bruh, is like, I ain't got no friends. I don't either.
I don't believe
I'm not saying
that. I know what you're about to say.
I ain't got no friends.
I don't have no girlfriends. Like, I do better with guys. Like, first off, if it's true.
You fucking all these niggas.
Man.
You for the streets.
It's two extremes on that.
Right.
It's two extremes on that. Because I think we've all had the homegirl that really was the homegirl.
That really was the homegirl.
Now, the other girls we messed with didn't believe you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the homies didn't believe, like, bruh.
I know y'all fucking.
I know you be smashing.
I know y'all fucking.
Right? We all had that.
Always with you, bro.
But there is there's a thing.
There's a platonic female friend. We all have.
Bro.
But the female that only says that she only has male friends, that shit's weird to me. But what's weird to me too?
I think it's weird when a female don't have no male friends.
But here's
to me that's a red flag.
Something else that's weird to me, bro.
Your ass piped out.
If she has no male friends, here's what's weird to me. It's like you'll see females. I'll see females all over my timeline, bro. They're all like, I need more male friends. Why?
Cause nigga,
bops.
No.
Thank you.
I disagree.
Why? Why?
I'll tell you
why
what.
are we
Okay,
waking
you
up
asked
today?
Bob.
Why are we waking up today and going out of our way? But I need more guy friends.
I'm gonna answer it.
He's gonna say
we're getting older, right?
Save
niggas
them.
is grown. You got a lot of single parent
Save
women
the
out there
hoes.
that's like, nigga, that bozo ass nigga that's crazy that I'm trying to keep away from me and my kids. Uses shit like fixing that tire, nigga, to get back in here, nigga, or a nigga hanging that TV, nigga, or hey, a guy friend to knock that shit right smooth out. Bro, I got a little ace for you if you come over here and hang this TV.
Hold on, but these are younger women. These are like 20 and to 25-year-olds and shit, not the ones who.
Why the fuck are we talking about them, nigga? I don't know what they be doing.
No, I'm just asking a question though. I'm talking about what is with this generation. I said this generation. That's one key you missed.
No, but I thought you meant like this generation, meaning like our generation. That's how people talk about their generation.
Dating generation,
Duders,
younger, this Gen Z, these motherfuckers. What is with the fascination of having more male friends?
I think that they're more like well balanced in a lot of ways.
No, because these are the same ones
nigga,
saying.
You asked me, nigga. No. What you mean? No, I'm telling you what I think. I think that they're more balanced in the sense that like. These kids today are less sheltered in a lot of ways, right? Physically, sometimes they could be more sheltered, but the intake of what they know about the world is a lot different than what we didn't have these vessels that they got now. And so readily on their phones and all that type of shit, I think it just makes more sense that nigga like girls today nowadays could be more friendly with guys because you can talk to them more.
This nigga
there's more interaction. What?
If you watch a lot of the shows, this nigga's always giving bail or playing devil's advocate.
I'm not playing. No, I'm not, nigga. I'm telling you, nigga.
He's devil advocate right now.
No, I'm not, bro. I'm not. First off, nigga, what I'm not is I'm not insecure, nigga. Like
who wants to believe the bitch.
Why wouldn't a girl?
I'll put it like that.
Why would these young girls want to have more guy friends? You got a lot more shit popping that's bringing them to the same juncture.
Like
they're not as segregated
he's gonna tell
as it was when we was younger.
Oh, he's my brother.
Nigga, that my brother shit. Bitch, miss me with that all day, like every day. Nigga. No fucking problem.
Bitch, no,
that ain't your brother, bitch. You fucking him.
How you know?
I've been called the brother.
What you saying?
Every time I've ever like this nigga. Every time I've ever
you
been
niggas are disgusting.
Brother, I'm fucking.
You niggas are disgusting for letting the bitch that you fuck on call you brother, nigga.
No, because it would be to cover up some shit that she would be trying to cover up.
No, we could be friends.
Most of the time, I ain't gotta be your brother. Say that's my brother.
Nah,
they smashing. They used to smash. They used to date. They used to something.
So or something. Yeah, like
90%. 90%.
I knew he was gonna jump off the word. This nigga be so drastic. 90% of the time, that's it.
90%. In my opinion, 90%.
Nigga, 90% is high as hell, 90, bro.
90% of these bitches who say that's my brother and they share no fucking blood, they fucked. They did something together, nigga. It might have been a one night stand and they decided to be friends for hell long. They did something. I'm not saying it's an ongoing thing.
I don't know about that shit.
How you feel?
I think a good majority,
like they fucking.
There's a lot of grimy shit.
I would say it's like, honestly, nigga. I honestly say it's probably like 50-50.
Fuck no.
Because I know about.
Fuck no.
I'm just, nigga, 50% of the time the bitch was lying when she said we were just friends.
Every bitch that ever
other 50% of the time, nigga, that's just my homegirl.
That's my brother. It's usually somebody you look at like, bitch, I know you to be a bop, so I know you're fucking this nigga.
Bro, a lot of females ain't with that nigga. That's my brother shit, especially if they actually have brothers. A lot of females. No, stop. No, I'm telling you though. A lot of females don't do that shit.
I'm not saying that a lot of females do. I'm saying the ones that do. That's where did you get? I said every female.
I never said you said every female, Dre. What I'm saying is when you say that 90% of the motherfucking females that say that that's my brother.
Oh yeah,
nigga. A lot of females that have brothers that's never their excuse, fam. Oh, that's my brother. Nigga, I fuck him. Nigga, that ain't my brother. He could be any fucking thing else, nigga.
No, but you're taking it a whole other place, right? Yes, you are. Because the 90% I'm talking about are the ones who say somebody's their brother. You're taking it like...
No, I'm not taking it nowhere different.
Okay, well...
I'm saying right that same 90%.
Out of 100% of the bitches who say, that's my brother, and they share no blood relation, 90% of them are fucking that dude.
That was your opinion. What I'm saying is, nigga, when you look at females that don't have... that have brothers... Mm-hmm. In that same 90%, They gonna give you another example.
In that 90%.
So you didn't exclude the nigga anybody in that 90% from having brothers. So you saying only females that don't have brothers? Because my example is a lot of females that have brothers is not using that. They're never. That's out with them.
No, because I'm saying that's the 10%. The 10%.
So only 10% of them got brothers.
10% have brothers.
That don't even make sense, but I feel you. Whatever.
I'm saying out of 100 people,
have no. That's your opinion. Brothers. I get it. I mean, I'm not arguing your opinion.
Out of 100 of the bitches that
what I'm trying to say is that we just throwing in all the variables. Right. Like sometimes
I'm saying out of 100 of them females that say that's my brother and it's not really. I say only 10 of them actually got a family struggle where they got brothers, and those are the ones who aren't saying that's my brother. That's the ones that's that's my brother, but I'm fucking him.
So how many? You don't have no female friends, bro?
Huh?
You don't have no female friends? And I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm just asking you. Because, see, you don't have any sisters. So sometimes when I be looking at my friends that have no birth sisters, it kind of makes sense that you don't, the way you only have female friends, like, sparingly.
I don't have any female friends like that.
Yeah, because, nigga, you never grew up with a chick down the hall from you that's your sister's friend, similar age, nigga, she done stayed the night, been around, woo. She might be cute to some niggas. Yeah. And they be like, oh, nigga, you fuck with Dre? I'm like, no, that's my brother. That's where I'm coming from with that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Is that like I get where you, because now I think about it, like, nigga, that makes sense. Because you have no sisters, so it's just like you dealing with women on face value only all the time. Mm-hmm. Whereas a nigga with sisters might come home and 3 amps is just on his in his living room.
Yeah, it's just, right.
And you don't know these chicks, but you know them by face. And now over time they speaking to you, nigga. They know your mama, nigga. They know all type of shit that you didn't even like interfere.
Somebody from my point of view, my nigga.
I get why you saying that now. Like it makes sense.
If a bitch was calling me her brother,
you smashed
probably fucking. Or I did fuck.
And that's crazy to me. Because I got sisters, so I'd be like, nigga, what'd you call me? You can't call me that after what you just did to me last night.
Right.
What's wrong with you? You nasty. You'll never be my sister. What are you talking about? What'd you tell that nigga I was to you?
Yeah.
You better tell him we friends. Hey, niggas gotta be okay.
Your brother.
Niggas gotta be okay with the friend word.
Last night. I just,
no.
Let me tell you something.
Is friends worse than brothers?
Yes.
Because using the same logic, that's what I was about to say. Oh, yeah. See, the brother used to be the safe word. Now it's like, what the fuck you mean that's your friend?
Yeah. Your friend, how long you known him? Friend from when?
This nigga T, crazy.
From when?
All right, well, yeah, I feel like
if she's bold enough to call him her friend,
they did something.
He's getting in.
Right. But okay, so here's another thing. Like I don't know why it is like that. But I mean, I was never in the business to be friends with females. That's why I don't have female friends.
Well, nigga,
I'm not out there
trying
I do got a couple of female friends.
That's the thing, though. Any man with a birth sister, I'm telling you, hear me out. Bro,
I have stepsisters.
Something's wrong with you. If you're gonna sit there and tell me, nigga, I don't know not one man that has a sister that he grew up with that don't have at least one girl in his life that he's not even sexually attracted. This could be bad. I know niggas that have been, every dude got one. Got a friend and shit. When your homie pull up and be like, nigga, what's popping? You don't be messing with and nigga, you might not literally, bro. You literally was like, bro, what you doing? Like, nigga, it's like my little sis, nigga. Like, ew. I tell her you like her. Like,
I can put the word in for you.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't. That's what you want to do, nigga. Like, they not even.
But I guess that does make sense. I never could figure out why I was like that. I could never
take away from take the conversation that's going on. Like,
right,
bro. I'm just talking about that. Like, you're not talking about shit.
Right.
You're on the couch waiting for my sister, nigga, to come downstairs, nigga. And we both watching some shit that happened on TV.
Right.
And so now we like, damn, nigga, that's crazy. It's just connections that's grown. So what happens, a lot of dudes, it's like this. You go to school, and it's one girl that she's never on your smash radar. You know why? She reminds you of your sister.
I don't got sisters.
You don't have no way to do it. Everybody is smash or not. Let me check, it's face value type shit like what you like when it comes to females, right? Like, nigga, hold on, my nigga. Let me see. I don't know.
It was never like,
let me check this.
Just like my sister, but it's like, or you were.
I'll tell you another thing about I noticed with niggas that just has brothers.
What?
Friendships.
What about it?
they're usually inter-family, familiar. Like, think about this. The nigga, like the so-and-so brothers, they usually all kick it together. Yeah. They'll have friends that kind of kick it with them.
Right.
But they kick. And the reason why, see, when you got a sister at the house, oh, nigga, you looking for another nigga at the playground. Hey, you, what up, boy? Like, nigga, we can be rough with each other. We can do all type of shit, nigga. I can't do it with her.
Delicate
like, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you kind of reach out a little bit more when it comes to that. Like, if you just got a sister. Where the homies at? I can't slap her when I get mad, nigga. I can't jab, play fight with her, do nothing like that. I had a coach who used to tell me when I was younger, he'd be like, he pulled me aside, he'd be like, you got in trouble today? Or you was fighting with your sister, right? Because he said I would come in the gym on edge, nigga. The nigga barely fouled me. Nigga, stop fouling me. Nigga, like, yo, I was just feisty. And it was just like, bro, why are you so upset in here? That ain't even really your personality. You ain't like that normal time. Why you trying to fight all your teammates, nigga? Why you being so mad like today? Like, what's going on? Well, you fiery today. Right. And it'll be because me and my sister have been fighting for 2 hours, and I can't punch her. Fuck you mean?
I can't.
A nigga with sisters is either extremely argumentative like me,
extremely patient,
or they're not gonna argue. Nigga, Darian's not about to argue with you.
Right.
I'm talking about a female.
Oh, okay,
like,
yeah.
Darian's not really about to entertain it. He just gonna cut that off. Like, what happened then? Bitch is tripping, man. She's stupid. Those are the words you're getting from this nigga. Bro, he'll tell you, nigga, King, what happened? Man, I'm going to tell you what this bitch did. I'm going to break down what this bitch did, nigga, the whole shit. Oh, fam. Nigga, we at the movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it got... D not giving all that. Like, you know, certain people are just, that's his personality, right? Like, it's one or two, though, in that situation.
D gonna give you 2 words.
It's gonna be like, bro, man, this is stupid.
He ain't gonna let it fuck up his
bro,
night.
I could really tell. I could really tell when that nigga's off. It's like, she's fucking stupid, bro. Like, when he hit me with that, like, oh, yeah, shit, damn, nigga, she was wild, huh? She was all that. She did all that shit, huh?
Wow, yeah.
That's just how it be, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it makes sense, because one day, I was thinking that about you. I was like, damn, why this nigga be going so hard? And then I thought about it. Because I'm like, I know you in real life. I see how you interact with women and shit like that. Like, you ain't no dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how to interact with women.
Mm-hmm.
So when we be having some conversations about, like, certain subject matters like this, and I be looking, I really be trying to figure out, like, bro, why are you saying that? But then I think about it, and I be like, dog, it's almost laughable. Because I don't care. And I'm not trying to say niggas with sisters are soft or nothing like that, because you kind of be more protective.
Right.
But it's kind of like a lion's den, nigga, at a men's house.
Yeah.
A house dominated by men.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things you don't ever have to adjust to, nigga, or figure out. And when you grow up and you like find yourself being like the only dude in the house or something like that, or anything, you find yourself. Bro, me and this nigga used to vent to each other all the time. Especially when he was younger. It didn't even matter, bro. He younger. I might be like, bro, where you at? You at the house, nigga? I'm venting to him like, hey, bro, you motherfuckers, like, you don't understand, nigga. Like, it's a different thing, fam. And you don't have the luxury.
It really is a struggle.
You don't have the luxury of cutting that off.
These females,
fam. So I get it. So then you end up being 1, 2 sides. Me, I'm verbatim. I'm gonna say all the shit. But him is just like, nigga, I gotta argue with them too. Bitch, I'm not arguing with you. That's what you want? All right, well, fuck out of here then. Right. There's been hella times where I done told you, hey, bro, wait, what happened? Hey, bro, you kind of wild, nigga. And then he's like, nigga, you think so? Because I already know, like, nigga, the with the leeway or whatever, nigga, like, it's very short. Mm-hmm. With the, like, his rope is short. Like, nigga, nah, nigga, like, once you get to here, this whole shit is a dub, nigga. I'm straight. Nigga, don't talk to me, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas I kind of sometimes need, like, D, let me tell you what this bitch did, fam. And I got to walk him through it. Like, I need him to shake his head like, yeah, that bitch is foul. I need that. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Other niggas don't, bro. Like, nah. And with you got to think about it. And you ain't the only one. I got all my friends that don't have sisters, nigga, that have that luxury kind of just being like, the way they get to deal with females is completely different, nigga. Like, and I don't even mean like physically, like, I mean just socially. Nigga, you ain't never worried about saying some shit, nigga, that it's just different, bro. I don't even want to get into it no more, but it is different, dog. It's when you just know it's just dudes at the house, nigga, or it's just dudes in the clan. Like, nigga, we can talk all kind of shit in here. Yeah. And say what the fuck we want to say. to each other, nigga, all that, it ain't gonna get convoluted a certain way. But when the other sex is involved, nigga, you gotta like the way the package delivering matters, nigga. Like the way you deliver the message is damn near just as important as the message. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, shit's crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, see, what's the short? Motherfuckers don't be going to jail like that for murder, but like, not everybody. Cause I was just looking at what she had said. I'm like, nigga, yeah,
the 13 is worth it.
Motherfuckers in the dead 5. Yeah, but you know, 13.
For some people, at third, I could do a hot 13.
Hey, can you imagine how the country would be? How a country would be if they shit was 7?
That's bad.
It's either gonna be really good or really bad, bro. It'll be like the Wild Wild West. What was the murder rate? Let's look at what was the murder rate during the Wild Wild West. You think? You think niggas was just capping each other like that?
Nah, because everybody had their own guns.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm getting at what D just said, where it's like everybody kind of on the hesitant.
Yeah.
Think about this. In the hood, it don't be a whole bunch of just breaking and enterings. No. Cause you might get you might climb your ass in that house and get your ass clapped. It ain't just cause niggas is poor around there.
Yeah.
Cause if you think about it, poor hood niggas be having the most exquisite shit in the house sometimes. Big ass TVs, nigga, all type of shit that they ain't supposed to have, right?
Hey.
So,
everybody know the D-boy that had the fucked up on the outside, but inside was marble floors.
Remember that shit? Nigga, shit looking like a Carter in that motherfucker.
Got dope whips outside still.
Right. So, but you think about it, everybody assumes, like D said, like, nigga, nah, nigga, everybody fuck around and clip you.
Right.
And niggas will see you with a watch on, see you with a whoop and be like, oh, that nigga definitely got something.
Hey, I know I'm not breaking and entering in the South. Nowhere.
Shit, nigga, I'm not breaking and entering anywhere.
Yeah. I'm just saying in the South of all places, nigga.
It's those same laws out here, though. Stand your ground.
In West Coast, yeah, I mean, Nevada for sure, but
Arizona
South,
too.
They can't wait to shoot you, nigga.
Man, man. They did this dude out here, young brother, man. It's alleged that he was breaking and entering, doing the B&E thing, but like some of his people were saying like, nah, and there was even a chick saying that like she was waiting for him to come to her house. Basically, he made a fatal decision, man. My man's, you know, you go up to the window to look and shit at the sliding door. She was like, yeah, and she gave him the direction to where it was just like he needed to go like one more house and do it. Like, nigga, yeah, it's crazy. Like,
so he went to the wrong house?
White dude. White old Vietnam vet. I don't even know if he's Vietnam. I think he's like a World War something vet. He's older. Korean.
Somebody whose window you weren't. Whoever.
Yeah, basically, he was
you
waiting.
Not this window. Not today.
Any race.
It had been. I don't think it was just because he's a black kid at all.
Smack you off.
He just happened to be an older white guy. And just happened to be
Bow. Oh
yeah, I'm not.
shit.
You know what? Let me clear that up because when I said that, I wasn't even trying to insinuate that. I don't think this is necessarily a racial thing.
Because we saw somebody looking through that square
window
right now.
Well, that's facts.
If we had a gun, we might,
nigga. Like, yeah, don't even gotta say less, nigga.
We might.
But then again, though, it depends on your wits about you, right?
Ooh.
It depends on your wits. Here's an older dude. Here's an older dude out in the suburban house by himself. But nigga, the thing, his situation was, it was a whole bunch of burglaries and shit around in the area and all that type of shit. And you know, the homeowners association, they was talking about it. It was big. Notices was going out. So he just out, nigga, just drinking. The way he tells the story, he drinking his coffee in his, front room, and sees this young black kid that basically nigga should be at school age, should be in school somewhere. But you see him talking, and then like the way he's describing
it was daytime.
Yeah, in the morning, low key. The way he's describing it, the dude that shot him, or the way the guy's acting. It sounds like the dude's family was saying like, no, he was talking to his girlfriend. He was actually coming to hang out with her because it was like senior ditch day or one of them type of shits, nigga. And he went to the wrong sliding glass back. And you know how you can't sometimes see in that motherfucker? You hit him with the dude was standing there with the gun, like, nigga, I guess possibly even yelling at him to get back or something like, but maybe he don't hear it. He on the phone, he hit him with one of these, and the only thing that his family was upset was like he was on the phone. But my thing is, an 80-something-year-old man, I don't got time to give you credit because you're on. He's not gonna rob me because he's on the phone right now. Nah, nigga, what you on my property for? And why you got your hands on my window, looking in my home? Eat these slugs.
Yeah.
Get that nigga a fucking award. Call him a hero out this bitch.
Steve's son got shot.
Who?
Steve's.
For real?
Yeah, he's what, like, in the tires 22, he's 23. So back when he was like 15, niggas was robbing, doing B&Es and shit, and the nigga had like doubled back for something, and dude was waiting, shot him. He's still alive, but fucked him up.
Yeah, bro.
That's fucked up.
That's what we were saying, nigga. Breaking and entering shit, the wrong house, nigga.
Yeah, but that shit's a dub, nigga.
Back.
Yeah, you shoot somebody if they break into your house. Period.
Yeah. And even in Texas, where it's legal.
Oh, yeah, it's not only legal, it's celebrated.
Right.
It's basically legal everywhere except for states where guns ain't legal.
Nigga had to,
right.
That breaking and entering.
New York City. Actually, I think you can get that shit off in New York City too.
You have a gun in your house in New York City?
I think so.
Illegal, aren't they?
No, you'd have to. There's different stipulations, but like nigga carrying, you ain't walking around New York City with no gun on you. You know what I'm saying?
But you can protect.
But yeah, because I think they got that castle thing going on, where like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's tricky, bro. It's tricky. I just think that like if guns was legalized everywhere, right? And I'm not the Mr. Gun guy, but at this point in time, the niggas with the guns is lunching on cats that don't got guns for fear of gun laws and shit like that. Like if we go back to that Wild Wild West the way it was back in the day, everybody got a gun on their holster.
Niggas wouldn't be getting robbed or anything.
I look at some of these motherfuckers, I'm like, what's this square ass nigga got this Glock on him for at Walmart? The same reason why I looked at him, I was like, this square ass nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a thug. I'm not a heathen. I'm not a bully. Right? I'm not a vulture, nigga. Like,
okay, so I figured out something for us.
And nigga, see you?
Hold on. We ain't thugs. We thug adjacent.
Nigga, I'm nothing with a thug on it.
Nigga, you're thug adjacent.
No.
Because we've known and kicked it with and smoked with and probably done a little bit of dirt with thugs. That makes you thug adjacent. You ain't exactly in all the thug activities, but you've been side to side with it a couple times. You got homies who are thugs, do you not?
No. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I guess I do. I'm the only one that's thug adjacent then, I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't, nigga.
I know gangbangers. I'm friends with quite a few.
Hey, bro, I guess that's probably me. Cause my idea of thug is complete. Like I don't know. Like I don't. Hey, bro, there's a lot of thugs, nigga. Like they don't all be looking like our friends that do trouble. So that's why I'm saying it. Like that's why I'm not jacking that. I think one of the worst things Tupac did was nigga jack that thug life shit. Cause it made us the image, the sole image of thuggery. Like, oh, you gotta look like one of them niggas to be a thug. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. I guess, nigga, in terms of like. I guess back in the day they used to call them halfway crooks, right? Mm-hmm. And nigga ain't no halfway crooks. But
straddling the fence.
But dog, the more I pay attention, nigga, this is life. That's called what they call it, adolescence. Boyhood, nigga.
Boyish.
It's only thuggish and criminal when it's us.
When we're adults.
But everybody else, when you think about it, it's just like, no, that's just boys being boys, nigga. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man. I don't know, dog. What y'all got, my nigga? We about to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I gotta hit the sack.
You know what I'm saying? Pause.
Hitting sacks and shit.
What kind of sack are you hitting? That shit goes all kind of way.
Major pause.
And that's another episode of the Always Talking Shit.
Go get your shit off. Go ahead.
No, that's how you're fucking it up now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, because it's always another episode of Always Talking Shit Show. Applause.
It's never mid-conversation, though, nigga. Get your shit off. That's why I said, nigga, just get your shit off. Our intro and our outros have been a little dreary since we've been back. It's all good, though.
Nigga.
No.
Thanks, everybody.
Make the color of your dress
No.
and then talk to me.
No. Don't get me started, bro.
What you gonna say? I ain't got no hair. I don't give a fuck.
That's too easy.
I hope you would do something better than
you
that.
got hair. Nigga, just come on, bro. It's been another episode of the Always Talking Shit Show.
No, nigga.
I am your boy.
No, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking not.
This is your boy.
No.
And this your other boy.
This is happening.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not how this is going.
Peace, love, and Afro
This has
Sheen.
been another episode of the Always Talking Shit. We're gonna do this shit right. Hey,
nephew. See, yeah, you ain't in your zone.
That's the king. I'm Doc on the Stone.
Right now.
Nigga, fuck you.
I
Fuck
thought
Your boy King, man.
Still on?
Fuck him.
You always talking shit show.
Special thanks to our boy D, man, showing up, showing love, man.
Fuck how he feels today.
Yeah,